What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome everyone to the show. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Hope everybody's out there having a great Sunday. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday because my Sunday hasn't been so great. But I'm still wishing and hoping that everyone out there is having a great Sunday. Man, y'all see the title today. It's just a random conversation. Random question is, who is protecting this B.O.P Officer A? Who could possibly be protecting this B.O.P Officer A? That's a good question because these type of things that we've heard this B.O.P officer has been accused of doing. The type of we've heard about officers doing some of the things that this officer is being accused of, and they hold that's a pretty hefty violation. And for this officer able to retire and go on about her business as if with a casual day, I'm like, Kels, you know what I'm saying? Who is this person? Who's protecting this person? How is she able to just retire and go on about her life, go on with her life as if she hadn't done nothing wrong, with not even a slap on the wrist, not a citation, nothing. Just, hey, you go ahead and retire and going on out the door. That's a question, though. That is a question. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with Kels. Who is this? And who could possibly be protecting this officer? Because I have a few questions. I do have a few questions, but we're gonna let some people get on up in here before we get started. You know what I'm saying? Let's rock out with this Kels though.
No two-way, just us. No phone calls, no messages, no family, no friends. I just wanna be alone with you, alone. Girl, I just wanna get it on with you, yeah. You and I be up. Here's what I wanna do, baby. I just wanna keep the time like holding your body tight, keeping you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling, no. I just wanna take my time and ride in your body tight, keeping you warm. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop this feeling. Nothing. You said you won't feel just ignore it. You got plans, call them off the CD. Take it off home. I just wanna be alone with you. Girl, I just wanna get it on with you. Yeah. Now leave off clothes. Here's what I wanna do. I just wanna take my time tonight, holding your body tight, keeping you warm. Keeping you warm. Stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual feeling. I just wanna turn my mind, keeping you warm. Keeping you warm. Stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual feeling. We really want you, baby, baby. We really want you, baby, baby. We really want you, baby. That I want you. We really want you, baby. You want me like I want you, baby. Ooh, baby, I want you, baby. Sexy lady. Listen, baby, I have you, baby. Gotta have you, have you have you, baby. Oh, baby. Take my time, keeping you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling, yo. I just wanna take my time, take my time. Move the way. Nothing's gonna stop keeping you feeling, no. Make you feel good, yeah. Keeping you warm, nothing's gonna stop this feeling. Make me wanna sing it. I just wanna take my time, right in my body tight, making you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual healing. I just wanna take my time, right in my body tight, keeping you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual healing. Baby, I just wanna take my time, right in my body tight, keeping you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual. Somebody help me. I just wanna take you, baby. All alone. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual feeling. I just wanna take my time tonight, holding your body tight, keeping you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling. I'll be giving you sexual feeling. I just wanna take my time tonight, holding your body tight, keeping you warm. Nothing's gonna stop this feeling.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. I see y'all in the chat. V White, Stephanie, Miss Lady. What's going on? Man, I tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Man, I love and appreciate you guys so much, man. I'm gonna tell y'all how my day started off. How my day started off. How my day started off before we get into this content. I get a phone call from my brother. My brother, what's up, man? What's up? Where you at? I'm at the house. I'm in the bed. He's like, all right, I'll be back. So around about the time the game come on, my brother hit me back. He's like, man, you at the house? I'm like, yeah. So he comes over. We sitting in my living room. We watching the game. My brother get ready to leave. So he leaves. He called me back again. I'm like, damn, what up, bro? You called me like you just left out the door. You like, where your car at? I said, man, I parked my car. I said, my car is parked in my parking spot. He said, you sure you ain't parked nowhere else? I said, no, I parked in my parking spot. I said, I haven't been nowhere. I said, I went outside last night before I went out and got my book bag out of my car so I can get my tripod and stuff. I say, but my car was parked in my parking spot last night. Last I seen. I come out the door to my goddamn car, gone from my parking spot. I see a window laying on the ground, shattered. Looks like the window that comes out of my car. So Sunday started off. I felt good when I woke up this morning, laid around, lounged around, wasn't thinking nothing of it. Didn't plan on going nowhere today. If it wasn't for my brother coming and telling me that my car was actually gone, I probably wouldn't have known my car was gone until probably tomorrow morning when I got up to move around. But say that to say this: good, bad things does happen to good people. Nobody. I don't. I try not to mistreat people. I try to help people. I just donated to the Goodwill. I just donated to the Salvation Army. I try to do nice things. I try to do right by people all the time. I'm a single father raising my son. I don't be out in the streets. I get up, I go to work every day, but someone felt the need to take advantage of me. You know what I'm saying? They felt the need to want to take advantage of me. I mean, what do? I stay out of everybody's way. But that goes to show you, man, even when you stand out of the way, when you're not bothering people, you could be minding your business. People, there are devils out there will still come into your life, come into your peace, and trying to destroy your peace. Mad as I was, when I first saw it, I was mad. I'm like, man, how the fuck did this happen? Like, who the fuck did, I was so frustrated, but then I told myself, you know what? One thing about materialism, just thank God I wasn't getting out of my vehicle. Thank God me and my son wasn't in my vehicle when someone tried to take it. So that situation could have been worse, but I thank God for the outcome that it was. No, I wasn't in my vehicle. Me and my son was in the house. And this had to happen throughout the night last night. And it's so crazy that I work overnight, so I'm hardly at home at night. So my car is hardly in this parking lot at night. But this is the first night I've been at home since the Christmas break. I've been out of town. I've been visiting my children. This was my first night last night, well, at home with my car overnight, and someone decided to take my vehicle. But with that being said, it is what it is. Can't cry over spoiled milk. Um, we got a letter from one of my Twitter family, Kendrick. Received a letter from Rob. He had wrote Rob, and he was concerned. Well, he wrote Kels. I do not like to say Rob. I do not like saying Rob. He wrote Kels, and he was concerned, about Kels speaking out. He asked Kels a few questions. He was just concerned about Kels' well-being and wanted to know if he was all right. I got cameras, but the way that I got cameras in my house and I got cameras outside of my house. But the way that my parking lot is set up, I can't put cameras on that in that specific place. So my car is parked in a blind spot. But tomorrow morning I will be going to my leasing office. I will be letting them know. I will be terminating my lease with them because I no longer feel safe. I no longer feel comfortable. My handgun was inside of my car at the time they took it. Not only was my handgun, they took my car from my resident. So if you take my car from my resident along with my handgun, then guess what? You might try to come back and come in my house. So I don't have that peace of mind anymore. So, but what I did say, I was frustrated. I was tossing and turning. I was frustrated. I was like, man, let's live and talk about this injustice that's going on with Kels and his B.O.P. officer who who accessed this man's jail records 153 times. You know what I'm saying? Who was also emailing herself this man's jail records. You know, but this was a message. Shout out to Kendrick over on Twitter. He posted this on his Twitter, uh, and this was a response to his message. This is a response from Chaos to his message about his concern about Kale speaking out and sound like Kale was having mental issues or whatever that situation may have been. But Kale addressed that situation in his response by saying, "Lil Bo, trust me, I am not having a mental meltdown at all. And yes, thank God you are completely wrong. I just want my truth out there just in case. I just want my truth out there just in case." He say, "That's all and that's it. So I don't need to settle down, little bro. You know why? Because I have the God-given truth on my side. Love you, little bro. We got this." Kale says, "I have the God-given truth on my side. I have the God-given truth on my side." That's power. There's power in that statement. But when he say, "I just want my truth out there just in case," because at this point he say he's feel like he's in a casket kicking. He feel like he's in a casket kicking, and it feel like he's been buried alive. And at this point he say, "I don't care who dig me out, long as I get out." For people saying, "Oh, I don't think Jennifer would advise him to talk. I don't think his lawyers, his attorneys would be okay with him speaking about this or speaking about this." Who else better to speak about it? Yes, Stephanie, I filed a police report. I reported it stolen. I filed a police report. But I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But they can have that car. They stole it. Even if the police find it, I don't want it back. I don't want to live in this area that I'm living in anymore. I just want to seclude myself even more because now my peace has been disturbed. I'm sleeping with my gun in my hand. You know, any knock at the door is a threat to me at this point. So, they self when they coming to see me. But Kels tell Kels tells Kendrick have a mental meltdown at all. He say, "And thank God that you are." He say, "I just want my truth out there just in case." So when he say, "I just want my truth out there just in case," that's a concern for me because he's concerned of what I'm trying to do. How are they able to hide this B.O.P officer actions the way that they did? Let's get this off the screen, and we're gonna go and listen to what he say about what happened. What was the interaction between this B.O.P officer and the judge and the prosecutors when dealing with his trial? Let's listen to it. What's up, Anthony? Salute Storm Monroe. Salute to Storm Monroe.
else, then it would be a whole nother trial, or the trial could get dismissed if they leak that kind of information. I said, well, what if I get found guilty and then we found out that that was the case? It'd kind of be too late, wouldn't it?
Right.
But they didn't have an answer for that.
Dang, so they just kind of basically just left it up in the air.
Yeah, so but they said, but the judge is not stopping the trial because trial is going, but they will be investigating.
So this is my problem. So that it was a warrant for this B.O.P officer in Tasha K communications that was issued back in 2021. During the New York trial, and the judge said that they wasn't stopping the trial. How do you not stop the trial when there's an infraction of that nature? How do you not stop the trial when there's an infraction of that nature? When you have a B.O.P officer who has leaked these jail records, leaked these recorded conversations, emails, and messages to a blogger. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I think happened. We just gonna continue to listen.
Dang, so they just kind of basically just left it up in the air.
Yeah, so but they said, but the judge is not stopping the trial because trial is going, but they will be investigating it. But the problem is that if you say you're going to investigate it, this was 2021, then here it is 2023. Why don't I have the conclusion of the investigation, and why am I not able to get that? And why is my lawyer telling me that they're not sharing it with us? So that's
the issue. So he said that he still haven't got any results from this investigation. They still haven't got no results from this investigation. Then he also said that they told his attorneys that they wasn't sharing the information with them. So how do they withhold this information? His jerk is by a B.O.P officer that was leaked and sold, or leaked and gave to a blogger on YouTube by the name of Tasha K. So how is it that the government feel as though they have the right to not share information with this man about who accessed his jail records, unless the person who accessed his jail records? See, I'm gonna help y'all out a little bit. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like. Get them likes up. Make sure y'all get them likes up. But I'm gonna help y'all out a little bit. So, according to the timeline that Kel said his jail records was accessed from July of 2019 all the way up until December of 2020, for a fact that Tasha K admitted to having his jail records in November of 2019. So think back from July, August, September, October, November. 5 months. This B.O.P officer was accessing this man's jail records for 5 months. Who could she have been sharing that information with for 5 months before she started sharing it with Tasha K? Who could she have been sharing this confidential information with before she started sharing it with Tasha K? That's a good question to ask. Who could she have been sharing this message with before she start these messages with before she started? Could she have been sharing this information with prosecutors in New York? That's a possibility. That's a very high possibility. Shamel, what with it, bro? That's a very high possibility that this B.O.P officer could have been sharing this information with prosecutors in the New York trial. So she had been doing this shit for a 6-month period. Tasha K didn't come out and talk about it until November. So from July until November, who and why was this woman accessing this man's jail records every day? Could she have been getting these jail records and sharing them with prosecutors in the New York trial? And we know for a fact, violating attorney-client privileges, that is a charge. That is grounds for tossing the case out. Because attorneys and clients have the right to have private conversations. And if you remember, listen to what KL say right here. Listen to what KL say right here. Listen to what he say towards the end of this video about what did the key witness in the government's case say to him.
Give you a scenario. If you tell one woman, hey, I'm going to give you the money, you put the money behind the blue couch, and because the other lady is spending the money, and she's not supposed to be spending it because I need that money for lawyers. So you being more responsible. You take the money, put it behind the blue couch, and don't tell her. Just hold it and use that for emergencies or if I need anything or pay bills or whatever. The other woman is not supposed to know the very next day where that money is.
Right.
I'm not supposed to get a call, which I did from my girl saying they took the money, they left a note saying F you and F him, I'm going to do what I have to do. These things is happening. These things happening in 2019, and then I get another visit from the woman who took the money, and she tells me, since when did you start giving her the money, and why did you tell her to put it behind the couch and not tell me? Don't lie to me. I heard the phone call. So in 2019, I'm trying to figure out how the hell did she hear that phone call? In 2019, I'm trying to figure out why would she tell me in the last visit that, oh, and since when did you start?
So for when he say that this government witness asked him, why did you tell your attorney that you wasn't going to leave her for me? That means that they had been listening to his phone calls with his attorney as well. That means that they had been listening to his phone calls with his attorneys as well. So ask yourself, what else they could have heard him and his attorney talk about? What else could they have heard him and his attorney talking about? He said when she came to see me, she asked me, oh, about Cookie. She told me, I heard the conversation with you and your attorney, and you told your attorney that you wasn't going to leave her for me. So that means this B.O.P. officer was also leaking his private calls with his attorney as well. So why are they protecting? If this B.O.P. officer broke the law and they are protecting her, the way that she's being protected only means one thing to me. It only makes sense in one way to me. And the only thing that makes sense to me is that this B.O.P. officer was given the government information as well. This B.O.P. officer was given the government information as well. Why would they be protecting her? If and one of us working at a correctional facility did something like this, what would they do? We would be charged. Taking people personal information, that's considered contraband. And sending it outside of the prison. How is this woman being protected? This officer, how is this officer being protected? The only reason they are protecting this woman is because she has done something for them. She must have done something for them. She only got on board with Tasha K in November. So from July until November, why was she accessing this man's records the way that she was? You got to ask yourself that.
Right.
To get that, and why is my lawyer telling me that they're not sharing it with us? So that's the problem I'm having as well.
He said the problem I'm having is why is he said my lawyer is telling me that the prosecutors, the government, the person who's conducting this, the person who conducted this investigation told his lawyers that they are not sharing the information with them. How do you not share someone's information with them when it's about them? This shit is about R. Kelly. His personal records was accessed. His personal records was shared with witnesses. How do you investigate this shit and tell him and tell his legal team that they can't have access to this information that you all are discovering? Only reason I can see that being is that this Officer A is connected to these prosecutors. They are connected to someone involved in the prosecution of Robert Sylvester Kelly. Somehow, some way. Why would they be protecting this person like they are protecting this person? How is protecting this officer who broke the law more important than protecting this man's rights to a fair trial?
Right.
To get that, and why is my lawyer telling me that they're not sharing it with us? So that's the problem I'm having as well. Look, man, there's a whole lot of strange things and questions around this. I know this, so I wrote a little something out.
Okay.
It'll take me a minute because it's hard to read my own handwriting, but I know what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So I said, I know Tasha K is out there saying she didn't pay or ask for the B.O.P. information. But here's the thing. She said out of her own mouth that she shared it with, she said, this call is from a federal prison. I remember that. She said out of her own mouth that she shared my private restricted law enforcement information with government witness, key witness in my case. Now, just for a second,
consequences. Yeah. I said, and if you do, there's consequences.
Yeah, it's laws. It's places that you know, consequences. Yeah. And let's just for a second, let's talk about key witnesses. A key witness in any trial is supposed to be a witness the prosecutor is banking on making their case strong. The key witness is the witness the prosecutor is depending on to bring the smoking gun testimony in their case. This key witness is the one who the prosecutor is looking to win the jury over in their case. This is why they're called key witnesses, like the star of the show, you know. So in my case, Tasha K decided to just break federal law and share all of my restricted information that she got from a B.O.P disciplinary hearing officer with the prosecutor's key witness. And they both got away with it. This is not just my problem, bro. This is like, to me, this is like because if it happened to me and they got away with it, then that means it can happen to anybody in America.
Absolutely.
Law is law.
Yeah.
Law is law. Well, the whole concept loses its value. I'm just being real. It's not just about R. Kelly. It's not just about, well, it is about me because I'm the one talking about it, but I'm not supposed to find out 3 weeks before a verdict that, oh, by the way, somebody leaked your information. Well, first of all, the search warrant was done in 2019 or 2020. It was reported in 2019, which means everybody that it was reported to knew about it, including prosecutors. Everybody knew about it. It's not going to get reported to just one person like or DOJ, or it's not going to get just reported to Internal Affairs or just B.O.P. Once the B.O.P got it, Internal Affairs got it, and DOJ got it. Prosecutors got it. So this means everybody knew about it in 2019. I wasn't informed until 2021. 3 weeks before my verdict, which I feel in my heart that I should even went to trial until this was a full investigation because of what happened. And people can say,
get energized at Planet Fitness with
nothing to do with us. That's the B.O.P. No, it's all law. It's all connected. Because I have a federal case, but I'm being held at the B.O.P. So these are the things that keeps me up all night. That's worrying me and bothering me because there are questions unanswered and they continue to go unanswered. And now here it is, 2023, and I still don't have a full closing of the investigation. What happened? If a B.O.P officer was investigated, found that she was doing criminal activity with Tasha K, then how come Tasha K wasn't investigated? Was she?
Those are things you want. Those are things you want to know. I said those are things that you want to know.
Exactly. This happened to me.
This call is from a federal prison.
Look, man, my private information, restricted information, is just as important as any other information when it comes to the courts. My investigation, the things that happened to me, is just important as the investigation they did on me. This is me. I'm a human being too. I have rights as well. If something is done against me in here, I have rights to that have rights to say, hey, look, these crimes were committed against me. What are you guys doing about it? And I can't have a crime committed against me and here, and then a full investigation is done, and then you don't disclose it to me or let me know what happened. I mean, John Miles Jr. made an announcement in the paper, the Sun Times, agreeing that B.O.P. Officer A, which is what he called it, illegally, access my records, my email, my phone calls. Not only that, she did it 153 times within a 6-month period back in 2019. This is when all my stuff was being leaked. This is when my girlfriend came to the visit me, and she was very pissed off at me because she said she had read my emails to somebody else. She said she knew about me putting money behind the couch and all of this stuff. She was very, very mad. Embarrassed me down there in the visiting room.
Wow.
But anyway, she left, and that was the last I seen of her. And next thing you know,
So, what y'all just heard is him detail about his girlfriend telling him about a conversation that he had with his attorney. I'll just read some. These people think they sharp. They think they slick. I was just reading some. And I hope I'm comprehending this right. Hold on just a second. So I'm up here by myself, but I'm holding it down. Y'all already know. Yeah, man. It's this shit is crazy, man. That I'm reading attorney-client privileges should not stop at the prison. No, I'm reading some about attorney-client privileges. So I came across this. It says B.O.P. prisoners required to sign away privileges and emails. It says that it said the prisoner must consent to B.O.P. monitoring, reading, and retaining all incoming and outgoing emails. The agreement expressly states that the B.O.P. can monitor emails to and from attorneys, and their communication with attorneys will not be privileged. The B.O.P. also reserved the right to share emails with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agency, the media, and the court presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. So that is okay. So it's kind of like a catch-20. catch-22 because the BOP reserved the rights to share emails with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agency, the media, and the court, presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. Okay. So I got here, and it says the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. Now, when I see that, when I hear that, now I'm thinking about the due process, right? We think about due process, right? When we thinking about someone's due process being violated. But when you read this, it said the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. These are things that make you go, So this system is fucked up. Because due process should be due process regardless, across the board. It says, even if a prisoner and their attorney both have carefully read the fine print in the Trulink's participation agreement, a mistaken expectation of privacy is not the only problem with the current regime. A prisoner access to counsel is severely handicapped if they are limited to in-prison visit with or call to their lawyers. Compared to emails, calls and visits are routinely canceled or restricted by prison officials due to prison lockdown or other unexpected events such as coronavirus pandemic. But this first part of this paragraph is what got me questioning shit. Because, and the reason why I have questions is the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crimes, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. So we know that Kels wasn't convicted until 2021. We know that he wasn't convicted until 2021, and we know that the breach of his emails in jail records was accessed in 2019. So how, man, this shit is so crazy, man. The way that they play this game is so crazy. But when I read, the B.O.P. also reserved the rights to share emails with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agencies, the media, and the court, presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. What do they mean when they say the B.O.P. also reserved the rights to share emails? What do they mean when they say the B.O.P. reserved the right to share emails? What do they mean? Because this could be a fucking, this could be a key component to what we're witnessing. What do they mean when they say the B.O.P. also reserved the rights to share? So are they telling you that they can share your shit and there's nothing you can do about it? Is this what they're saying? Is this what they're saying? I need help. I need help. I need help from someone to understand this. Boy, this is a dirty fucking game. This is a dirty game. because now, because the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. So they strip your Sixth Amendment away. They strip your Sixth Amendment away from you. Because you have not been convicted. I don't understand this shit, man. Somebody help me, man. Can somebody help me? I'm stuck right. I'm stuck right here. I'm stuck trying to understand this. I wish my brother J Rock or my brother Sir Miguel, Uncle Sir Miguel, if you're listening, I need you to come out the bushes. Prima Donna, somebody, I need help to try to understand this shit. So it say the B.O.P. reserve all rights to share. To share emails with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agencies, the media, in court, and the court presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. Wow. The B.O.P. prisoners required to sign away privileges in emails. Wow. The current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. Are you fucking serious, bro? Are you serious, man? This is a fucking dirty game all the way around the board. So when I said, before I read this shit, and I said, who was this B.O.P. officer sharing this man other information with? Could it be possible that she was sharing this man other information with law enforcement agencies? Or the court presiding over this man proceeding? But it say the media, they can share it with the media and the court presiding. So if you read let me get that one up there. Let me get this one up here for y'all. Man, this some dirty shit. This some dirty shit, y'all. Let me help y'all out. Man. I'm just shaking. I'm scratching my fucking head, bro. I am scratching my fucking head, man. This shit just made me so fucking upset. This shit just pissed me so fucking off, man. This shit just pissed me off, bro. This shit just pissed me off, man. How is this shit even possibly? It ain't no way you can get a fair trial. How you supposed to get a fair trial? If they strip all this, B.O.P. prisoner required to sign away privileges and emails. So if you required to sign away privileges and emails, what up, Progress? What's up, EJ? But if you stroll down to the bottom of this passage, it say the B.O.P. also reserved the rights to share emails with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agencies, the media, the court presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. Oh man. But okay, we go to let's go to Sixth Amendment. The Sixth Amendment. Let's go to Sixth Amendment. Let's break this shit down. We having class tonight, y'all. Man, J Rock, man, you know that link is in there. Progress, the link in there. Lavish Lady, the link is in there. Oh yeah, make sure y'all getting them likes up. No, it don't mean you can give it to anybody. But when you see it say the media, who is the media? The media. It don't mean you're right. It don't mean you can give it to anybody, and it shouldn't be used, and it shouldn't be given to a government witness as well. You know, man, Progress, hit that link. You off tomorrow, Martin Luther King Day. They don't want to, but you know what I am concerned is that what I'm looking at is that when I see this part here though, this part of it, when you looking at it, it bothers me. When it say the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protections enjoyed by the rest of society. What do they mean when they say that? J Rock, help me out, man. No one knows who Officer A is. That's just what she's just listed as Officer A in the indictment. No one knows who Officer A is. And I believe that Officer A name isn't being released to the public because Officer A probably was conspiring with the federal government, indulging in this man's private emails in attorney conversations. That's what I think. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Because why would they be protecting Officer A so much? Why would they not be giving this man attorneys any information about Officer A? Sixth Amendment in all criminal prosecutions. The accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by any impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusations, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. So if you don't have man, all of these people are being protected. All of these people are being protected. But this shit right here, so that means this right here, I'm trying to understand. When they say including pretrial detainees who have not been convicted of any crime are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. So if R. Kelly wasn't convicted until 2021, so you mean to tell me that he don't have he loses his Sixth Amendment right? So he loses his Sixth Amendment right just because he haven't been convicted. He automatically loses his Sixth Amendment right. What's going on in the chat? What's going on in the chat? Because I can't see the chat when I'm going in between slides. But I see George Girl say, I guess you do not know responding. I'm out. What's going on? Welcome everybody who just coming in the chat. But I'm reading over these slides. I'm uploading these slides. I'm working 3 different devices trying to get these slides on the stream. I'm not looking over anybody. I'm actually hard at work trying to get this information and bring it on the stream as quickly as possible. So I'm not reading a lot of the comments because I'm trying to bring the content. So if someone asks me a question and I didn't see it, my bad. I can't see the chat. I'm behind the stream in the studio uploading slides. So I'm not looking over anyone. Uh, so let's listen back to what Kel said. The person who was conducting this investigation, they told his legal team that they wasn't going to give them any other information from the investigation. So that's a red flag.
It'd kind of be too late, wouldn't it?
Right.
But they do have answers for that.
Dang. So they just kind of basically just left it up in the air.
Yeah, so but they said, but the judge is not stopping the trial because trial is going, but they will be investigating it. But the problem is that if you say you're going to investigate it, this is 20 here it is 2023. Why don't I have the conclusion of the investigation, and why am I not
Right.
able to get that? And why is my lawyer telling me that they're not sharing it with us? So that's the problem I'm having as well. Look, man, there's a whole lot of strange things and questions around this. I know this, Paul. I wrote a little something out.
Okay.
It'll take me a minute because it's hard to read my own handwriting, but I know what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So I said, I know Tasha K is out there saying she didn't pay or ask for the B.O.P information. But here's the thing. She said out of her own mouth that she shared it with, she said,
This call is from a federal prison.
about that. She said out of her own mouth that she shared my private restricted law enforcement information with government witness, key witness in my case. Now, just for a second, let's talk about restricted. Restricted means restricted. That means you don't tamper with it, you don't mess with it, you don't leak it out, you don't share it.
Right.
Just like a restricted area, you don't go in it.
And if you do, there's consequences. Yeah. I said, and if you do, there's consequences.
Yeah, there's laws in place that you know, consequences. Yeah. And let's just for a second, let's talk about key witnesses. A key witness in any trial is supposed to be a witness the prosecutor is banking on making their case strong. The key witness is the witness the prosecutor is depending on to bring the smoking gun testimony in their case. This key witness is the one who the prosecutor is looking to win the jury over in their case. This is why they're called key witnesses, like the star of the show, you know. So in my case, Tasha K decided to just break federal law and share all of my restricted information that she got from a B.O.P disciplinary hearing officer with the prosecutor's key witness. And they both got away with it, man. This is not just my problem, bro. This is like, to me, this is like because if it happened to me and they got away with it, then that means it can happen to anybody in America.
Absolutely.
Law is law.
Yeah.
Law is law. Well, the whole concept loses its value. I'm just being real. It's not just about R. Kelly. It's not just about, well, it is about me because I'm the one talking about it, but I'm not supposed to find out 3 weeks before a verdict that, oh, by the way, somebody leaked your information. Well, first of all, the search warrant was done in 2019 or 2020. It was reported in 2019, which means everybody that it was reported to knew about it, including prosecutors. Everybody knew about it. It's not going to get reported to just one person like or DOJ, or it's not going to get just reported to Internal Affairs or just B.O.P. Once the B.O.P got it, Internal Affairs got it, and DOJ got it. Prosecutors got it. So this means everybody knew about it. I wasn't informed until 2021, 3 weeks before my verdict, which I feel in my heart that I should even went to trial until this was a full investigation because of what happened. That people can say, yeah, well, that has nothing to do with us. That's the B.O.P. No, it's all law. It's all connected. Because I have a federal case, but I'm being held in the B.O.P. So these are the things that keeps me up all night. That's worrying me and bothering me because there are questions unanswered and they continue to go unanswered. And now here it is, 2023, and I still don't have a full investigation. What happened? If a B.O.P officer was investigated, found that she was doing criminal activity with Tasha K, then how come Tasha K wasn't investigated? Was she?
Those are things you want. Those are things you want to know. I said those are things that you want to know.
Exactly.
This call was from a federal prison.
Look, ma'am, my private information, restricted information, is just as important as any other information when it comes to the courts. My investigation and things that happen to me is just important as the investigation they did on me. This is me. I'm a human being too. I have rights as well. If something is done against me in here, I have rights to that. I have rights to say, hey, look,
what?
These crimes were committed against me. What are you guys doing about it?
I'm gonna lie.
And I can't have a crime committed against me and here, and then a full investigation is done, and then disclose it to me and let me know what happened. I mean, John Rouse Jr. made an announcement in the papers, the Sun Times, agreeing that B.O.P Officer A, which is what he called her, illegally, accessed my records, my email, my phone calls. Not only that, she did it 153 times within a 6-month period back in 2019. This is when all my stuff was being leaked. This is when my girlfriend came to the visit me, and she was very pissed off at me because she said she had read my emails to somebody else. She said she knew about me putting money behind the couch and all of this stuff. She was very, very mad. Embarrassed me down there in the visiting room.
Wow.
But anyway, she left. That was the last I seen of her. And the next thing you know, she turned on me.
And that's how their relationship ended. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying.
There you have it. I mean, she got this information. She took this information, and she used this information to turn against R. Kelly. She used this information, and they got her to turn against R. Kelly. Shout out to Kendrick Crawford, man, over on Twitter. He got a message from Kels, and he had wrote Kels, and he was suggested to Kels. He felt as though Kels was having a mental meltdown, and just was asking questions and concern or whatever. Just a second, y'all. Yeah, that was my auntie calling, man. I've been getting phone calls ever since my cotton got stole. I've been getting phone calls all day today. But if you're looking for me, you know where I'm at. I'm gonna go get me a soccer mom van now. I don't want to be young no more. But yeah, but Kels wrote to Kendrick, little bro, trust me, I'm not having a mental meltdown at all. And yes, thank God you are completely wrong. With sarcasm. He say, I just want my truth out there just in case. And that was like when he say just in case, I want my truth out there just in case. Like that will make you question. You know what I'm saying? But he say that's all, that's it. So don't need to, he say, so I don't need to settle down, little bro. You know why? Because I have God given truth on my side. Love you, bro. We got this. Kel say, I have the God given truth on my side. He didn't just say I have the truth on my side. He said I have the God-given truth on my side. Shout out to Kels, man. Shout out to Storm. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't get into the back and forth. I don't have an issue with anyone, but for 4 years, people have advocated on this YouTube platform and asked for Kels to speak. Oh, I want to hear from Kels. I ain't heard from Kels. I ain't gonna believe this until I hear him say it. This, that, and the third. Okay, for 4 years, that has been the question. Now that R. Kelly has come out and speak, we still have people with saying the same thing. Why is he talking now? His attorneys didn't advise him to talk, or he shouldn't be talking, or he's saying too much. Like, which one is it that you want? Do you want him to talk, or do you want him to shut up? Or do you want him to say certain things? Or is it that you want him to say certain things? For people to be bickering, for people to be upset because of this or because of that, if you are doing this thing for acknowledgement, then you're not in it for the right reason. Because if you're in it for injustice, then the only thing that you should want to be acknowledged for is the injustice. If you are in it for the vindication, then the only thing that you should want to be acknowledged for is for the vindication. But we can't get so caught up on the this and that and who is this and who is that. I don't do this shit for none of that. I do this for the crime that I seen that was committed, how this man was illegally put in prison, how this man was illegally prosecuted. That's what I do it for. I do it for my sons. I do it for myself. I do it for my friends. You know how easy it is nowadays, like Unc say, being a victim is the new lit. You could be in a relationship with a female today and the sky could be blue as ever. But if you tell this same female that, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship no more, the sky go from being blue to storming like a motherfucker because she mad. Oh, how can I hurt you? I don't want to see you with another woman. Oh, I'm going to go and tell the police you assaulted me. All of a sudden, this same woman that you were just having fun with and you say, look, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. Now she's a victim. I fight for men out there that don't have a voice. I appreciate Kels for speaking. I listen to the message that he's speaking. I don't listen at who he's acknowledging and not acknowledging, what he's clarifying and not clarifying, but I'm listening to what he's being asked of us. The man said, I feel like I'm buried alive, and I don't give a damn who dig me out, long as somebody dig me out. But what we're starting to see on the YouTube streets is that people are getting to this place where Kels is buried in, and people are having arguments about, oh, you digging too fast. Oh, you digging too slow. Oh, you ain't putting enough dirt on your shovel. Why does it matter? If all of us is digging, we are making progress. If all of us is digging, we are making progress. Don't matter how fast I'm digging, how slow you digging, how much dirt you putting on your shovel, how much dirt I'm putting on my shovel. Long as we digging, we gonna eventually dig this man out of this grave. But to be worried about and so concerned about who doing this and who doing that, the man say, I don't want it to be about that. He said, if a roach walk past with a message that can free me, he said, I will accept that roach. It ain't about the big eyes and the little U's. It's about the we's, man. It's about the we's. We the people. United we stand, divided we fall. People have invested a lot of time. People have invested a lot of money into this fight. But guess what? R. Kelly has not yet to put a gun to nobody's head and told them to fight for him. You done it all by choice. So if it was a choice to do in the beginning, it should be a choice at this point. It shouldn't be about acknowledgement. A lot of us that's been out here, some people been out here longer, but a lot of people have been around for quite some time. Everybody just wasn't a content creator in the beginning. Doesn't mean that they haven't been supporting this fight. What's up, lavish lady? J-Rock, you've been on mute for a while, man.
Hey, everybody. Hi. Hey,
What's up,
J-Rock.
lavish lady? What's going on, Big Vibe? Nah, man, I was just letting you vent. I was just letting you get everything out because I didn't know when to step in, when not, because you was because I was in and out. I was kind of in and out of the topic, but I heard you about so I heard about your car being stolen.
Yeah, last night when we was on live, had to be.
Wow. So
Oh, my God. From work?
Huh?
were
It
you
was
at
coming
home?
from work or home?
From home.
What?
I was off work last night. I went outside and got my backpack out of my car and my tripod. Locked my car, came back in the house. Got on live, got off of live earlier than I normally get off live. When I got off live, I went laid down and got in the bed, and my brother came over around about 2 o'clock. He said he thought I was gone because my car went outside. I'm like, shit, my car is outside. He like, shit, your car ain't out there. And we go outside. I see a window on the ground. I'm like, that's like the damn window out of my car laying on the ground. Somebody stole my car. Put all my shit outside the car. My cell phone. I have a work cell phone and shit like that. They left that shit out the car.
What?
And took the car. Like, man, I tell people, man, I've been this year have started off so rocky for me, but my faith is way stronger than any of this shit that I'm going through right now, man. I still got a son to raise. I still got kids who depend on me. And I tell y'all, I've been going through some personal shit, but I come on this YouTube, when I come on my platform and talk with you guys, this is my safe haven. When I'm able to come on here and talk and help somebody else, because what I'm going through, hey, I can't do shit about it. I mean, if somebody stole my car, what can I do about it? If they do find it, I don't want that motherfucker no more. I don't feel peace in my home no more, knowing that somebody stole my car from in front of my house.
Yeah. Somebody
Now I'm finna get the fuck up out of this place. I don't even want to live in this place no more. None of that. I gotta get away from here because I don't feel the peace anymore. I feel violated.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like Kel say about his jail record.
Okay,
I feel violated. I'm
Right. I understand that. I feel you on that.
But the small thing to a giant, I can overcome it. I got God on my side. That's what they don't know. They stole that car, but hey, God must got some bigger plan for me. This just ain't the place for me to have it at.
I mean, it's definitely something bigger planned for you. I hate to hear that. Devil busy.
Yeah, I was jacked up.
Oh yeah, I'm just happy that me and my son. I'm happy me and my son was in the house and not getting out the car. Any of that stuff right there would have been a tussle or confrontation. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm a registered firearms carrier, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't gonna be no easy take.
Man. Ooh, Lord. Well,
Man.
we gonna definitely keep you in our prayers. And I hate to hear that. I really hate to hear that. But you know what? Like you said, this too shall pass, and it's something greater in store for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I was reading this on the BOP on this web on the BOP, and I was reading some information over there trying to get some understanding to um the laws of how this shit is as far as the emails go. And they say according to this, they say that they say BOP prisoners are required to sign away privileges and emails. Um, but then if you go down to the bottom of this shit, it say the BOP also reserve the rights to share emails with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agencies, the media, and the court presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. What do you get out of it? What do you take from that statement?
Well, it's kind of contradictory, but so basically they're saying that the officers can send information out to the media.
That what it sounds like. I mean, I've been stuck on that.
Okay, so
I've
is
been,
that not violating? But is that not Okay, let me send it to
but
you. Which
so now that we see that part, then when you go from that part, then you go to this part where it says the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protections enjoyed by the rest of society.
what the heck?
So they strip your Sixth Amendment right away from you until you convicted, then you become a person again.
Oh wow.
So where does that fall into the part where the presumption of innocence? If it's presumption of innocence, then that right should still be there.
Right.
Of
You
course.
taking that away.
But you see what it say? It established a double standard. And that's the double standard. So you mean to tell me until this person is convicted, he have no Sixth Amendment right?
That's why we got that's why we got to fight for changing these laws. For
And
this
then
reason right here. This reason right here. The fine print is always a catch.
going back to the previous one when you talk about the BOP is able to release emails to relevant agencies, officers, and media that's relevant. But then here's a question: what is relevant?
What is relevant?
What
Right.
is relevant and what do you consider media? Because I don't
Media. And what do
consider
you
her
consider
media.
media?
Yeah, when you talk about relevant to a case, but not to the actual attorney, because then you still got the attorney-client privilege, and the client is still allowed certain rights in regards to his information, which is
Right.
clearly
So
violated.
what one thing I sat here and I thought about last night when we got off of here, and I was thinking about this shit. I said to myself, and it's not a genius. It don't take a genius or a rocket science to think about it. This BOP officer had to been sharing information with the prosecution, man. Why are they protecting her or him like they are?
And that's a good question because they definitely protected her. Well, her, him. Um, they forced her to retire, so
And
it
they
was
told R.
definitely a
Kelly,
protection.
and Kel said they told his legal team that they wasn't going to share their information with them.
Mm,
Now that's a good now that's a good point right there, Marshall. Marshall. They released his medical records. Now that's a HIPAA violation.
yeah,
They can't take that away from you.
she was able to put it in there because he wasn't convicted until 2019.
He was convicted in 2021, but they searched his emails from July of 2019 until December of 2019. But she only shared this information with Tasha K starting in November of 2019. So from July to November, why was she accessing his records so much? Who was she sharing the information with?
Hmm. I think she was sharing it with the prosecution as well, and that is why she was protected. And of course, they don't want a big blowback, you know, on the department because this is huge. Like this is really huge, so they don't want that blowback. So they had to get rid of her, so they didn't have that big blowback. But she was helpful to them, and
The
that's why
shit's
they're
crazy,
concealing
man.
her identity.
Yeah, but she gonna get found out still. Just because she
Has
retired and everything else, that don't mean that she ain't gonna get found out.
Well, Bonjean, I think Bonjean working on it. I like how she work. She don't say much, so I think she'll be found too. I don't think Bonjean gonna let that
what's
go.
up, progress?
What's good with it,
Hey,
everybody?
hey, progress. Before you
Hello.
start talking, hey, progress. Before you start talking, I want to tell you something, bro. I salute you, bro. I commend you for everything you did the other night on that live when they wanted to be friendly and friendly because of that informant was over there talking about people that they don't agree with, that they don't get along with. They wanted that shit to continue to go. I salute you for speaking up and asking that informant the real shit that needed to be asked. Why was you a part of this man's case? And when he
Mm,
told you to go and check R. Kelly indictment, he knew that you wasn't going to see his name in R. Kelly's sentencing information because if you working against him, if you working against him, your name ain't gonna show up in his sentencing information. But the help that you provided to convict him, you're gonna get credit for in your sentencing information. And if
right.
you go to
It gonna
if you
be
go
his
to
motion.
his sentencing memoranda, they give him credit for helping in this R. Kelly case.
But but yeah though but the hey but the people said that I was wrong by doing that though.
Man, you was right.
Wrong how?
Because they said I
He
ain't let that man talk. I
he
guess they
had been
want me
talking the
to
whole time. But he wasn't
he do
talking about shit about him, and he wasn't talking about his involvement with getting R. Kelly, helping getting R. Kelly took down. He was talking about people that's on the other side. He was talking about people that they didn't like. That's why they wanted that shit to continue to go.
but my thing is though that man act like he ain't done that.
And that's the problem. They allow him to act like he hadn't done nothing. And this man know he done all of the shit he said. We got bus drivers. We got people to lie. We got the stores.
We got the parents.
We got the parents.
Right. He said, ain't that the same guy that said that? He said, yeah, we had to sit down. We had to sit her down and let her watch
And make
all
her
this
watch
footage.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure was.
But nah,
So
but
I
see,
had to give you your props for asking him why the fuck was his name, why was he involved in R. Kelly case? Regardless, they didn't want to hear it, but I salute you for still standing up and speaking what you wanted to ask him. They could ask what they want to ask, but they don't want you to ask what you want to ask.
right.
No, you did right. Ask him, why the hell was you involved in this man's case?
Right. I don't. My thing is, you got the balls to sit up here and talk about somebody else, and you the what the hell? Like, nigga, you can't talk about nobody else. You got to talk about yourself first. Damn.
You should have brought up Jennifer Bonjean coming at him when she dropped that motion with mentioning that video.
My thing is though, you could try to say this man did this man did that. What you do? Who is you to say anything? You just the I don't know, they ain't on my business, man. That shit
Go
crazy.
ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, that's crazy though. We think about it, man. Oh, you gonna air another nigga out. You gonna air another nigga out. That's this snitching shit.
Yeah. To try to get less time on this sentence.
get it broke down.
Yeah, matter of fact, he had a hearing talking about when was the hearing that time that he had? I don't know. When he was in court, and then the judge said something about him being like you seem like to be a conscientious, upstanding guy, and what you were involved in was actually looked like it was helping.
Man,
helping.
Look, this guy said he ain't used his real name in 12 years. He said he ain't used his name in 12 years, bro.
So high
to that level.
The judge said, the prosecutor in his case said, they talked about this man so high, they said they want them to be lenient as possible on their need him out on the street doing work because he have done so much to bring awareness to young black women of color. I was like, are you fucking serious?
That's a rat right there.
Then he gonna say, "Oh, I didn't get no email. They sent me." He said, "I didn't get no email. They sent me an iPhone note with the information."
Damn, man. I don't know, man. I've been in this, how everybody said now, this sector for a minute, man. I'm talking about when they very, very first started this joint. And I hate like all of us, man, like fussing and bickering and arguing with each other.
I know, but if you look at it, I mean, like I said earlier, people said they want to hear R. Kelly speak. They want to hear R. Kelly say this. They want to hear R. Kelly say that. Then when R. Kelly come out and talk, now they want R. Kelly to shut the fuck up. You can't have it both ways. The man tell you, I don't want all this back and forth, people fighting about who gonna do this, who gonna do that. It ain't gonna be no one person that free this man. It's gonna take a collective group of people.
And then look, if he say that, man, they gonna make these folks argue even worse.
But he said that.
These folks is arguing about shit that don't happen 3 years ago. My nigga.
That's why
I don't got It's reality, man.
That's why I do. And if you look at this platform, the reason why this platform is being able to grow the way that it's growing and prospering the way that it's prospering is because we are following the message. And the message
Right.
that was asked to be pushed is that this B.O.P. Officer A and Tasha K colluded together to share this information with a government witness, star witness at that, which her parents shared this information with a government informant, which then shared this information with Chicago Cook County Prosecutor's Office. Don't be cruel, Angel Cruel. So that goes to show you how this man illegally obtained information was used in New York and it was also used in Chicago.
That's a crime. That's a crime.
Outright
Let that
crime.
yeah, let that happen to the average Joe. That's a crime. You can't tell me there ain't no crime. It sounds like a crime.
It is a crime.
It sounds like you doing some shit you ain't got no business.
Crime all day long. That's a crime.
Shit, that sound that don't even sound right.
The thing is, Tasha K herself knows a crime too, because when you saw the interview with Natasha Simona, you saw the way she looked during the interview. When Larry McGee's name brought up, she got real quiet. And then she kept talking around all the questions and was trying to say, well, if anybody else in the media would have done it, they would have went ahead, they'd have done the exact same thing.
Well, she played like she didn't know Larry. Remember, she kept
saying,
does he go by another name? Do they call him something else?
She got so quiet, it was like an eternity before she spoke again.
Then when she was asked questions about the transcript, she couldn't even get no answer. But you supposed to have read them.
Hey, y'all got to do the nice to it though. Like she said though, she like media. She like media. Like if it come to her, like she basically saying like the news or anything. She media.
And that's
what
why
protecting her.
And that's
but
why
you're supposed to vet
that's
that
why
information.
That's why we are looking at this word right here when it says about the media. Who is the media? The B.O.P. have all rights to share emails with criminal, civil,
I guess Tasha K was a criminal then.
Agencies. The media.
Tasha K was a criminal.
He said, "Hey, read it again." You said the B.O.P. can't do that. Share it with who? Criminals. Damn.
The B.O.P. serve the bills with criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agencies, the media, and the court presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. So if you say something in confidentiality to your attorney and it's pertaining to you admitting to doing something in your case that's pertaining to your case, they can take that email and share it with the court proceeding over your that's presiding over your
but
proceeding.
I feel like they got to be public information anyway.
But if you talking to your lawyer, that shit
nothing
ain't
should
public.
Get out. Nothing. You can tell if you shot a motherfucker, kill somebody, and you tell your damn lawyer, he can't tell nobody. His job is to win.
If they ain't got evidence to convict you, your lawyer can't tell them that you told them you did.
He can't. Regardless, they do got evidence. I can go in there and say if I shoot somebody right now, and I got my lawyer. Court appointed, paid, anything. And I go in there and tell him I did it. I said, yeah, I shot that nigga. How you gonna get me off? He can't say nothing. It's confidential.
Either gonna tell you I can get you off or I can't get you off.
I might be them scared. He might say, man, I won't be that nigga lawyer.
Now you gonna say, well, take a plea deal. I might can get you
Hell
this on
not.
the plea.
No. See, court appointed lawyers do that. That's their job. Like if you get caught, if you do any crime and you get a court appointed lawyer, they ain't gonna fight for you. Hell nah. They gonna get you a plea and try to come you with the goodest one they got. But if you got that paid lawyer, he working for you. That's why I can't understand how you could have a paid lawyer and they still crooked
They still
on
fucking
getting
involved. But see,
right.
the thing with Kels is when he
Kels
walking there
got
with
fucked
Jennifer
over with them
Bun
lawyers
Jean,
he had, bro.
that too. But then you look at Jennifer Bun Jean, you got the federal government. The federal government has a gripe against Jennifer because she has beat their ass so many times. So if they can take a case that she's taking and try to make it hard as hell against her, it would be this case with R. Kelly.
Right. And then you got to think about it, though. You got to think about it, right? I ain't gonna say if, when, when J-Bo get up in there and get this man his appeal and get him acquitted and all that, she gonna be the one of the highest paid profile lawyers ever.
Mm-hmm. And somebody made a comment earlier on my wall, and they said
And if she don't, I think she gonna do
surviving R. Kelly should be included and should be looked at as witness tampering.
right. Not witness tampering, but that's what they did that man like that.
Absolutely.
Seem like every year they come out with a new one. Y'all took notice of that?
And jury tampering. That's
Every
surviving
year.
R. Kelly is jury tampering. Everybody watched that, and everybody could have been a juror on that case.
Surviving R. Kelly should be used as an example of yellow journalism and propaganda going wrong.
That's who he should be suing.
Well, here's what
I started them first.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I'm R. Kelly and Aaliyah's family, I would not be surprised if there's a joint lawsuit between R. Kelly and Aaliyah's family suing Lifetime, Tasha K, and Me Too. Those are the three areas that I think R. Kelly and Aaliyah's family should have joint lawsuits against.
Don't forget to mute R. Kelly.
I have a question though. I have a question.
R. Kelly gonna get mute R. Kelly. That goes without saying.
But I have a question for y'all. What y'all think about this? All right, y'all know that Aaliyah movie came out, right? The Aaliyah movie they came out with. Do you think her parents signed off on it?
Yeah, that was Wendy Williams with that bullshit.
I'm talking. It was a whole movie though. You can.
Yeah, no, that was Wendy Williams that tried to pull that had that bullshit.
But in order to use her likeness and everything, her family had to sign off on it.
No, I actually don't think her family owns her likeness. I think her uncle owns her likeness.
Barry
got that cricket motherfucker.
And see,
yeah, I don't think her mom and brother own her likeness.
But see, also they can also word it saying that this is an unofficial story, which means they didn't go through any
it's fabricated
channels or anything in regards to it. But they said it's unofficial, which means they can't really say that they got all the correct information. They just going by what they believe.
But did they do that? Hey, my word is my bun, yo. My word is my bun. I be thinking, man, like, yo, somebody I go check on them people because man, there ain't no way that a mother could sit there, or even a father could sit there. They dragging her child deceased all through the mud, making
But
movies
we gonna do
and
this
I ain't
right
gonna
here
say
though.
nothing. Somebody
We're
better go
gonna do
check on
this
those
right
people,
here.
make sure they still living or something.
They've been
Let's
doing it
hear
for
this lie.
years now. Her dad passed away, but her mom and brother is still living.
She might have
Let's kill
goddamn
this lie.
dementia or something. That don't make no sense.
Let's kill this lie right here, right quick, y'all. Now, the new lie that they got going around is that R. Kelly had Aaliyah parents to sign a non-disclosure, and he signed off his publishing to her family. So we're gonna listen to Senator Sane tells you that who owns R. Kelly Publishing, and if he don't own his publishing, how the hell could he sell it and sign it off to her family to cover
But
up
now I
his
got a crazy
marriage?
story about that.
Mm.
I heard something different.
Go ahead. What you heard before I play this audio?
Man, I heard that when Rob found out like when Aaliyah had passed away with the accident she had, I heard that he went to her parent and said, I'm gonna give you all the purposes to her stuff and this stuff so she could be set for life. That's what I heard.
I can see that. Well, if he gave her something, but the thing is, her parents haven't received shit. That's why her mama been so mad at Barry, because Barry been out here doing shit and taking up collecting money and royalties and everything.
Right. You know why he
And,
doing that? You know why he doing that? Because where is this lady at? Like, come out, say something, make a statement or something, claim something.
but the thing is, but you gotta look at this. The
You
same
letting
shit that's going on.
Barry probably not Barry. They said Barry was gangster.
She's made
But
a
you see the
statement.
same.
Barry might
You
knock
see the
off,
same
man.
shit that's going on. The same shit that's going on with R. Kelly right now. If her parents come out and speak, if it don't fit the fucking narrative, people still gonna say she not speaking her truth.
That's true, but she
But
did
we'll
come out
have
and
proof that
speak.
she's still out here.
That first documentary, she came out and said
She
that,
came out against Surviving R. Kelly one.
yeah,
What she
she
look
said
like?
that
Do
girl
anybody
didn't
know that
know
they
her
look like?
brother.
And
She did come out
and you
say
know
that.
what?
But
Here's the direct statement from what she said. The direct quote from Aaliyah's mother. The woman and so-called backup singer in the forthcoming Surviving documentary that describes seeing, meeting, or even breathing the same air as my daughter Aaliyah is lying and is a liar. My husband and I were always on tour with her and at interviews and every place she went throughout her career. Whoever this woman is, Javante Cunningham, I have never seen her before anywhere on planet Earth until now. These lies and fabrications cannot be tolerated and allowed to be spewed from the 4 tons of saboteurs of Aaliyah's legacy. My daughter only wanted to realize her dream in sharing her talent with the world and give her all, performing on stage and in front of the camera for the fans she adored so much. She realized that dream thanks to those true fans who still love and support her legacy unconditionally to this day. Shame on those who involved in this project who thought it was kosher to drag Aaliyah's name into a situation that has nothing to do with her today. Once again, this will not be tolerated. Sincerely, Diane Horton, Aaliyah's mother.
Damn.
boom, the lady spoke. People don't want to acknowledge it. She spoke, but it don't fit the narrative.
Exactly.
Oh, they gonna come back with a rebut on that. You can't get no better than that.
No, you can't. You cannot at all.
Damn.
See and see what and see if you really read between the lines on that. What else she's really pissed off about is because she's pissed off at movements like Me Too and Time's Up trying to make her daughter to become a martyr for a cause, something she never admitted to being in the first place. And based on that alone, I would definitely be filing a lawsuit against all those people, including the Me Too movement.
And hey, look, and I bet you they came at her hard too.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they probably at her window, knocking at her door, mowing her grass, everything.
And we finna see who owns R. Kelly Publishing. So for the people that's out there saying that this man gave away all of his publishing to keep Aaliyah family from talking, I have a message for y'all through Senator Sane. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Senator Sane if you haven't already.
Owns Boonham and Murray Productions. The parent company to them is Banijay. Now, Banijay was founded by Stephanie Corbett in January of 2008. It's one of the largest content producer and distributors with over 150 production companies across 22 territories. It's a multi-genre catalog containing over 100,000 hours of original programming. And it's headquartered in Paris. All right. But it's a major media company. All right. Now, you got Banijay that owns this production company, Boonham and Murray Productions. Oh, and let's not forget Creative Incorporated. That's also another production company that worked on Surviving R. Kelly as well. Both of those companies are owned by Banijay, right? Now, Banijay, on the other hand, its owners, it's a split. Well, not a 50-50 split. It's LDH, which owns 67.1% of the company, and the other 32.9% is owned by Vivendi. Now, who is Vivendi? All right, who is Vivendi? Vivendi is a company. It's a major conglomerate company. I think it's overseas as well. I think it's located in France. It's headquartered in France. It's a French media company, a French media conglomerate. That's what it is. And it now owns 80% of Universal Music Group. And as we all know, Universal Music Group owns most of R. Kelly's publishing. So when we think about that, right, we think of the connection between Sony and BBC doing the first documentary, and now we have a connection between Surviving R. Kelly and Universal, which did the major documentary. Well, actually, they did about 3 of them, didn't they? Surviving R. Kelly 1, Surviving R. Kelly 2, Surviving R. Kelly, The Impact.
About 3 or 4. Yeah.
Now, you got the 2 biggest music companies in the music industry. Universal Music Group, which is number 1. Sony Music Entertainment is number 2. However, when you talk about publishing, they switch places. Sony Music Entertainment owns the biggest publishing company, which is Sony Music Publishing, and Universal Publishing is the second biggest publishing company. These 2 companies, and I know Warner Music, they own some of R. Kelly's publishing as well, so let's not leave them out of this. But these 2 companies specifically, Sony, who owns R. Kelly's masters, and Universal, who owns most of R. Kelly's publishing, both of them have connections to these documentaries that were responsible for flipping the public's mind, getting the public against R. Kelly, where the public is thinking that R. Kelly, they made you think like he has this history, some sort of history of dealing with minor girls, which if you really do your research, you'll realize that that's not true. What there is there's rumors, and it isn't that many. It's not 30 years of rumors. It's only a allegation of a marriage, and then a allegation of a sex tape that he went to trial for in 2008, and he was acquitted. Other than that, the only other thing that comes to mind is that bogus rumor in 2017, the same year that all this nonsense got started, which is the same year that would make R. Kelly's 25th year in the music industry after his original release date, born into the 90s in 1992. And of course, once you're in the business for 25 years, that's when you can put in the notice to the label saying, I want my masters back. All right?
There you have it. So how much of publishing that he could have gave away for somebody to be quiet if he don't own damn near any of it? And all of a sudden, the Aaliyah family signs. Oh, he had this family, her family sign an NDA. If you look at every motherfucker every woman that claimed to have been with him that took the stand, all say they signed the NDA, but they still spoke out.
Yeah,
Right.
Rhonda sure did.
But like I feel like that lady somewhere living up on the rock or something. Because like say something, man. Like speak you. I mean, I understand J Rock just read what she spoke, but come on, man. And if you know this shit ain't true, at least say something. They can help the man. Like damn, like
But she been speaking
I don't know. This is my opinion.
about this shit for
Don't get
quite
mad at
some
me, y'all.
time.
This is my opinion.
No, you good. But she been speaking about this shit, but you haven't been hearing it because they are studying suppressing what she's saying because they want to keep pushing the narrative that he actually married Aaliyah. But I did a whole video about last week, the breakdown of this whole marriage shit. How could this possibly happen when Nathan Edmond admitted on the stand that he gave the goddamn certificate to Demetrius Smith, and in Cook County, Illinois, the only person who could apply for a marriage certificate is the fucking the person who performed the ceremony. So if the pastor performed the ceremony, why would he get a certificate, Demetrius Smith?
Right. What are you gonna do with it? Look.
Well,
I feel like that nigga would get robbed.
Demetrius Smith was the main person that leaked that marriage certificate to Vibe magazine.
Cause he had it. What B-Vi just say? Who he give it to, B-Vi?
He gave it to Demetrius Smith.
Right. Demetrius Smith been holding on that boy, there's a bargain chip.
Yeah. We got somebody
that nigga
trying to come on the panel.
Right, that nigga I grew up like Screw McDuck, boy.
What's happening?
What's good with
What's
it?
going on? 2 words after this ball game.
What's good, big bro? What's happening, bro?
Aaron, man, where the hell you been at, man?
Ducked off. Why?
Man, you would change your whole profile with a new picture. I'm thinking this somebody new. It's your motherfucking ass.
J-Rock.
Aaron site.
J-Rock.
Man, bro, come on, man. I was thinking, do I have to put an Amber Alert out on you, bro?
Man, look. After how this shit been going, I'm staying away from y'all age. Shit.
Man, you got boy. I was pissed off about my car. Now I'm pissed off about you catfishing me, thinking somebody knew something.
Boy, ain't nobody catfish you. Shut up, nigga.
Man, when I heard you talk, that's how I knew who you was. When
I heard that voice, I was like, wait a minute.
This nigga talk about catfish. Nigga, I don't catfish nobody.
Shit, your profile is catfishes.
So
what's good with it? What we building on?
What's happening?
Peace.
So
I mean, I gave my assumption of why I think they are protecting this BOP officer. I believe that she has shared this personal and confidential information with prosecutors involving in this case. I mean, J Rock, if you want to expound on it or progress, want to give your thoughts about why they protecting this officer so much, because Kel say his legal team asked the lead investigator that's supposed to be investigating this officer, and the investigator told them that they wouldn't privy to the information.
Mm.
So
Right.
why is the investigator withholding the information from him and his lawyers?
Mm-hmm.
But my question is though, I want to know like, okay, so who found out the information about the BOP officer? Was it
Right.
the old legal team?
Well, Tasha K came to YouTube. I got our Kelly J records.
Mm.
Right, right. Cause I feel like if it was his old legal team, no, he fired all them. He got rid of all them. They probably didn't even pass
Mhm.
it on to the new legal team.
And
Yeah, because
and
he
he
said he didn't find out. He said he didn't find out about this BOP officer until 3 weeks before his verdict in
and
New York
and Rob
in 2021.
he did say Tasha K
We
is one of
had Jennifer, right?
no,
In 2021, he didn't have Jennifer. That was Candy.
I'm saying he did say Tasha was running his case. He did say that.
Hmm. So he
But
had
I don't
Candy get
understand
the
how people can say that's not witness tampering. That's witness tampering all day.
all day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in any logical aspect, is when it's tempering all day. But when you go to this right here, you have to read this fucking language the way that they put it, as far as the BOP and how they make you sign your rights away to certain things when you using a system.
Right. And there's another thing. I heard you read. You said, if you get locked up, no, if you ain't locked up now, you got the Sixth Amendment right don't apply to you. It should apply no
Now,
matter what.
if you haven't been convicted, right here, it say the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. So if you locked up on pretrial, which Kel was on pretrial for all that time and hadn't been convicted for all that time, you are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection.
Mm, But
He didn't get he didn't get convicted until 2021.
so basically, it's saying that, like you said, basically we ain't got no rights. Basically,
Right. The shit crazy,
damn,
bro.
we ain't got no right. The way you break it down, yeah, that's crazy. And then you know what? You know what? The judges, the DAs, the lawyers, prosecutors, and all them, they know that.
They know that shit. But then it's the fine print. So this part right here, you ask yourself, did Greenberg read this fucking did Greenberg actually go through this shit and read it and share it to where R. Kelly understood it before he signed it? So when they talk about ineffective counsel, this could be a part of ineffective counsel.
Right. But I don't think it was in Greenberg's hand that. I think it was in the
He
Nicole
was
Becker
Greenberg was the attorney at the time.
when
This
he
is back
found
when
out
he
and all
first
that.
got locked up.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
Shut up, ho! I ain't talking to you.
Damn.
Greenberg was the attorney at the time when he first got locked up
Right.
in 2019.
I'm talking about when the emails and shit got leaked. I think Nicole Becker was his lawyer. And
No,
then and,
Greenberg
then-
was
and
there.
he fired them motherfuckers. And I think they ain't passed none of that information over to the other lawyer. I mean, that's
So,
my
but
just opinion. I
that's
don't know.
still gonna fall into that's gonna fall into the ineffective counsel category, because did they, knowing that this man has a disability, did they read this shit to him with a clear understanding of what he was signing over when he signed over his rights to do this email shit?
Right. Because I in look, if his lawyers associating with the so-called witness and all that, he should have fired her right then, bro. He shouldn't. I don't know what I would have did. I would have fired her right there. I would got rid of her right there.
Then it says, even if a prisoner and their attorney both have carefully read the fine print in the Truling's participation agreement, a mistaken exception of privacy is not the only problem with the current regime. A prisoner access to counsel is severely handicapped if they are limited to in-person visits. So what they're saying is the only time you will have privacy is when you have an in-person visits. Um, limited to in-person visits with or calls to their lawyer compared to emails. Calls and
What is
visits.
it?
Hold on. We might got something right here. A prisoner access to counsel is severely handicapped if they are limited to in-person visits with or calls to their lawyer compared to email. So they said, now he said that the government witness told him that I heard the phone call when you told your lawyer that you wasn't going to leave her for me. So this is a violation. Whether it's under the Sixth Amendment, whether they waive the Sixth Amendment, whatever, that's a violation.
Yeah, you're right. But my thing is though, all right, he locked up though. So she really had to get
Call,
his she had to get his opus number and his pad everything to access his information like that. That's how
and
it is
see
in
the
North Carolina.
woman that was doing the accessing. See, she was like
So she
she was a jailhouse judge, so she had all of that information.
right. And look, and no, it ain't no magic who else she done dirty like that.
And that's what Kel said. She been doing this for quite some time. Let's get to it. Let's see how many likes we got. Let's see how many likes we got in here.
Tasha K paid a good little piece of change for that. Then
Man, well, she claiming she ain't paid for it. It was just
man, she paid for that shit. We think we were born yesterday.
We need 7 more likes to get to 100. 7 more likes, we'll be at 100 likes on the live, man. This has been a good live. This has been an informative live. Great information. And this is what we here to do, man. Have great conversation, great live feed without the arguing and Jerry Springer show. Over here, we're gonna come and we're gonna be educated. We're gonna all educate ourselves and learn about this B.O.P system and how this shit work and what they can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? Kale's trying to teach us something. He trying to make us all aware about this B.O.P shit that goes on in the Bureau of Prison.
Right. He right though, because you can't a security guard cannot do that, man. Like
No.
they can't do that because like say for instance, for example, anybody can get locked up. And
61 deal
say that they got a serious charge, like a bullshit charge. And if that CO go in there and access his record and see what he done and shit like that and pass it on to somebody that he can get that man killed. You can't do that. That's a
Right.
serious violation.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you, and he know that. That's why the man say, he say, I feel like I'm in a casket. He say, I have nightmares. This man say, I have nightmares about this BOP officer.
Damn.
I have nightmares about this BOP officer. Man. Because you don't know what she did with your information. You don't know
Shit,
who
hell,
she
we
shared
know.
it with.
We know.
We know as far as the government star witness, but who else? I'm saying that I'm saying that she shared this shit with the prosecutors too.
Probably. That's fucked up. And look, and know what? That's another thing he getting at too. He like, if you share it with a star witness, you probably show it to the prosecutors and everything. Don't tell them what you did.
Uh-huh. You just ain't gonna stop right there. You gonna get this shit to everybody. He told his attorney this. Let me let y'all know what he told his attorney. Y'all remember this bullshit came out with something? They said that he admitted to, all of a sudden he admitted to marrying Aaliyah, but it was because she came and wanted to go. She said she wasn't gonna go home unless he married her. They came out talking about that. Y'all remember that bullshit letter they talking about?
Man,
That
that
was in
shit sound like some bullshit, man.
the Curcio hearing. They claim. Oh, he admitted to marrying Aaliyah, and she said she wasn't gonna go home.
Now here's a
Huh?
question about that. Now, how is she gonna get up there and say, "Well, I'm not gonna go home until you marry me," when the mom always said that we was always with her?
You hear me?
And who
But
said
then you
this
go
shit?
back to the reasons, right? One, they say one reason they say he married her is because she wanted to have an abortion. The second reason they say he married her because she had a baby. The third reason
Hey,
they say he married her because they were having sex. So you mean to tell me this motherfucker did three? He committed a crime to cover up a crime. Like, make this shit make
ain't
sense.
nobody that word that damn stupid, man. Nah. They got damn stupid there. No,
I ain't,
nigga hell.
I ain't believe none of that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look. I seen on on YouTube, right? They showed a picture of goddamn supposed to be Ron and Leah baby. So
What?
what do you call that motherfucker? Kalia or some shit. I said, what the fuck? These niggas
Khalil.
crazy, bro. This is my
All these
Man,
word. You can Google
conspiracy
it.
theories out
They
here,
got a
man.
whole baby up there, man. I said, what the
they
hell?
better cut that shit out, man.
Talking about they found her in the wheeled in the house.
And then
In
posting
Africa.
shit. And then I'm gonna say this.
Y'all want to play
They,
connect the dots? Here we go.
exactly my point right there.
Mhm.
Enough said.
I said, man, what the
You know
hell?
who? You know who's missing in that collage?
Who?
Demetra
A
Oh,
Smith.
couple people missing in there.
yeah.
Gerald Green.
A lot of
Gerald
people missing
Green
in
is
that picture.
missing.
Yeah,
A
Gerald
lot of
Green,
people.
Demetra Smith.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of people missing in that picture.
But this right here is the BOP loophole though. I didn't mean to
Uh-huh.
put Avenatti on there,
Look at little
but this is
Larry,
the
man.
BOP loophole. So they go
Little
from
Larry, front and center,
the
boy. Got him.
BOP to Tasha K,
He needs to be in there.
Yeah, they
Tasha
got him.
K
Got
to
their front
Angelo,
and center
Alice to
action. Look at that bit.
Azrael, from Azrael to Angelo,
I don't
and
do nothing
from
around that nigga,
Azrael to
boy.
Angelo, and
Uh-uh.
Alice to right here, Larry
I was
McGee.
glad.
Larry McGee shared it with these people right here.
Uh-huh.
Kim Fox, Tina
Right.
Chin. They shared it with this woman and her people over there. Ed Dolly and them, you know. And then this dude right here, he shared his information with Kim Fox as well. And then these motherfuckers right here, they just get in where they fit in. Don't leave us out. What about 10 minutes? What about 10 minutes? What about
Man,
10
go ahead and
minutes?
shit, man.
Man, that shit was so
You must
damn.
be talking about the Savage.
Bro, I was laughing my ass off at that shit. That shit so damn funny.
Yeah. Gosh, you can't, bitch. I'm giving you 72 hours to get back to me, ho.
This nigga
I
like,
said,
what
how
my
can
daughter?
you come on here talking about you advocating?
That nigga was doing the interview. Nigga, what my daughter? That's what I want to know.
Well, hey, well, look though. Look at little Larry.
That's
Little Larry,
it
like,
right
he
there.
ready to
It
tell
came
some
up
shit.
in the PSI.
So they
This
say
shit
get
came
that
up in the
nigga. So
PSI
they
report.
so they get that nigga a half a pint of Hennessy. He gonna tell everything.
Man, I was
Who,
laughing.
Tim?
Look, no, little Larry.
Hey, Larry
Tim,
shit was funny the other night. That nigga shit
I
was
told
funny.
Tim,
I was
how
laughing
you
at his ass.
advocate, how you claim to be. Tim claimed to be advocating for women, but every time you turn around, he called all of these so-called abusers bitches. Hell yeah, I know the bitch lying. The bitch mama knows she lying. I got 4 hours of video and audio of the bitch lying. The bitch mama told her to go back and get some more evidence. They need
But
to do something to her.
I thought that nigga was divorced by now.
Me too.
Right. Nigga gonna say the bitch a loose cannon. Now you was out here and call this girl all type of bitches. Then her daddy sat on side.
Yeah, I think he gonna go to Angelo ass though, bro.
No,
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the
I
shit
think
that
when he
was
see
funny.
Angelo, he gonna fight Angelo.
I'm gonna tell you the shit that. I'm gonna tell you the shit that was funny. Larry live, that nigga shit was funny as hell. His live was funny as hell.
The live there was.
What live?
I liked the live with
when him and Angelo on there.
The live with
JoJo.
Yeah, the one where he was talking to Angelo.
Shout out JoJo. That's my guy.
Yeah, JoJo had an 8-hour live.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one where he was talking. I'm talking about the one when he was talking to Angelo. That shit was funny.
See, the thing about Angelo, let me tell y'all the type of person I am. The thing about Angelo and Larry and them, I would never fuck with them. Because y'all all are criminals. Y'all all criminals.
Bro,
we say you ain't going to jail with them motherfuckers. Keep real, though. Keep real.
I mean, but
I ain't going to jail.
I'm not on here.
I'm not going to jail for
I
you.
don't come on here and tell people who to deal with, who not to deal with. That ain't for me to do. We grown ass people. You gotta use your own discernment to choose between who you deal with and who you don't deal with. That ain't my job to tell if you fuck with this person, don't fuck with me. No. This is what we sit back. We sit back and we look at what Bruce come out. People use Bruce to come out and discredit this person, discredit that person. Then when your brother come out and speak, now Bruce, now look how you look.
Like a fucking ass.
Okay to talk about certain. If you don't know, you don't know. I'm not gonna speak on shit that I don't know.
Right.
But if Kels asks us a question, what about this B.O.P officer? I'm gonna go and investigate. I'm gonna go and look up some information, try to find out as much info as I can.
Hey, you know what Tasha K said that night? She said, "Don't worry, I got the plug, nigga. I got the plug."
Oh, she been talking real. Somebody done assured her that she ain't gonna be in trouble. Cause she back talking stupid again.
Look, she gonna get her name for getting sued.
The bitch ain't got no money. I gave the bitch 72 hours. I need 50 bloggers. 50 bloggers. Email me.
I'm just waiting on the appeal court. That's all I want to hear. That's all I'm waiting on.
Look, appeal court.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that nigga don't get no appeal, man. We know for a fact that this shit right here is corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way if the grass green outside, he don't get no appeal.
When J-Rock and
ain't no way.
When J-Rock and Senator Sane drop them timelines, I'm telling y'all what they doing. This shit is about them masters, man. Once he missed
Mhm.
that deadline, to acquire or get his masters back, they gonna let him out of jail scot
All right.
free.
Right.
Cause he won't be able to get. He won't be able. He'll have to wait in order to get control of his masters again. That's why I
Hey,
tell
Big
people this
Vi.
man don't need to be in Chicago no more. What else? He have
I
done
said that.
everything for Chicago that
I
Chicago
said that. I
done for
said that
him.
myself. I said that myself. Chicago don't love him like that. Not no more.
What's up, progress?
Mm.
What that video? I
Kels
think
better get
yeah, it was on
small
your
way.
page when he would talk to that.
Huh?
He would talk. That video you put up the other day, and he was talking to that guy in that chair. I forgot who that guy was. He had the brown shirt on. You know what I'm talking about?
My pay. Oh, Terry Smiley.
Yeah,
You want to hear that
that
video?
that joint was tight though.
Let me see. I got it, man. Well, I done got a little decent at this shit. I always find when I find shit, I take clips that are relevant that people need to see and people need to hear. Especially when Kale's talking, the way he articulate things is like it's second to none, man. And he put it in a way to where we all understand it. But this is what you talking about this one.
I want to jump ahead because the 7-year turmoil that you went through vis-a-vis the trial for child pornography, your advisors, almost to a person, told you over and over and over again, while you're going through.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's the one.
mm.
Why he let it play? He was about to break it down. Why I
You
can't
should have.
hear it?
You should have pulled that video up.
I want to jump ahead because the 7-year turmoil that you went through vis-a-vis the trial for child pornography, your advisors, almost to a person, told you over and over and over again, while you're going through this period, Kels, do not put out sexually explicit material. Do not. The audience can't handle that. Your fans can't handle it. It's not going to be good for the outcome of this trial. Tone it down. Don't put that out. You ignore all of them, do it anyway, and get bold with it. It's during this period you put out Chocolate Factory, you put out Remix, you put out Ignition. Here they're telling you not to do this, and you put out a song about putting your key in the ignition. I read that and I wanted to ask, so I will, why it is that you went against your advisors. What is it that you were thinking, that you were feeling, that kept you doing that when everybody else told you not to do that?
Well, first of all, let me say, I wasn't bold about it, and I didn't totally ignore them, because that would be the worst thing to do, is totally ignore your advisors or your lawyers. I listened to them, we talked, we discussed the situation. I felt strong, very strong, as I said many years ago about the trial, that I will have my day in court, and I will be innocent, and I will walk away, and I will move on with my life. I said that in the beginning. I said that during the middle part of the trial and everything else. I look at my music like a soldier looks at his sword. You never put your sword down in the midst of a war. You never lay down in the midst of a war. And I think that my lawyers were good lawyers, great lawyers, but I didn't think they had that part down. And you have to be the soldier in the midst of the war to even understand that. And I was the soldier on the front line for my life, for my kids' life, for my fans. And I told them I would not lay down. I would not stop doing music. Why would I do that? I think that would say, oh yeah, he did it. I think that would say all of the things that people want to say about R. Kelly. So I did what I'm supposed to do. Like any fireman that goes up in the building, they don't get to the building and say, oh, wait a minute, that's just too much fire. But you're a fireman. So go and fight the fire. Don't care how much it is. I had to go and I had to do my music. I'm not going to change my lyric. I'm not going to change my name. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to do my music. And that's what I did. And that's what I told the company, even though they continued to say, no, don't do it. But the minute Ignition came out, which was the first song I did, it blew up. And all of a sudden the company's calling me, everybody's calling me, come do an album cover shoot. We got to get the rest of this album done. We got to go there. We got to bring your clothes. We're going to have I ain't got no doggone makeup person. Yeah. You got some makeup, bring your own makeup. We'll do it. I mean, it just got crazy. So I did what I felt was right for myself.
Ain't that true?
And the B.O.P. can get ready because you know they're coming with this right here.
Among our major arguments have been the fact that there were multiple prosecution witnesses who gave inconsistent statements that kept changing, and that some of these clearly had no case against the R&B king, but were nevertheless brought to trial. Their purpose was to further depict R. Kelly as the predator that was alleged to be. Another major concern was that R. Kelly's trial was completely prejudicial, and the judgment was made along assumptions that R. Kelly was a bad person, with no substantial evidence to prove a case against him. In this particular case, the Supreme Court jurors are completely unhappy to note that a judgment was made along similar prejudicial lines, making us confident that the Supreme Court will find it easy to rule out the current judgment. Once this has been overturned, R. Kelly will surely be a free man again. Take a look.
The rationale for introducing the testimony of the 3 uncharged victims.
The testimony of Young, Dunning, and Wolf, as Justice Burke found, was directly probative of defendant's state of mind.
Why wasn't that accomplished with the 3 women who were complainants? I mean, that for me is the problem. You already have 3 women who give you 3 different types of stories of the horrors they allege they experienced with him. I think you've covered that. So to pile on with 3
Lord.
Uncharged complainants, 3 uncharged victims, is leaning really close to that propensity line.
It was relevant to defendant's intent. As Your Honor pointed out, intent was hotly contested below.
I don't understand how that wasn't established through Mann. Because he had a 5-year relationship with him after the assault.
Because Mann's allegations were not so unambiguous that there would have been no doubt in a juror's mind that defendant intended the forcible element of the first-degree rape. Again, when Justice Burke...
You're saying that you wanted to prove what he did with Mann by introducing the testimony of those other 3 women.
No, certainly not. Mann's allegations would have established, if believed, would have established the elements of the offense.
Where the women were of the uncharged crimes were not the victims for which were being prosecuted, though. Where was the balancing that's supposed to go on in Molyneux? This was incredibly prejudicial testimony, no?
Well, no, respectfully, Your Honor, it wasn't prejudicial for 2 reasons. One, the court gave extensive limiting instructions. 3 times the court explained to the jury...
The fact that there's instructions doesn't mean it's not prejudicial.
But here we know it wasn't...
I'm being charged with 3 rapes. And here come 3 other women who claim I did the same thing to them, but I'm not being charged with that. That's prejudicial.
Well, it's not prejudicial.
So the question is, does that prejudice, is that outweighed by some probative value that supersedes that?
Respectfully, Your Honor, it wasn't prejudicial here, and we know that.
Opposing counsel referred to the Molyneux rulings in this case as unprecedented. What cases do you rely on under New York law that actually constitute precedent for the court's rulings in this case on the Molyneux issues?
Well, parsing the Molyneux evidence, no one would quibble with the admissibility of the uncharged offenses as to Mann. Ample case law, which we...
I'm talking about the other 3 women.
Right. As to Young, Dunning, and Wolf, again, I think Vargas is a perfect illustration of precisely why we were permitted to put forth the evidence here. It's well understood that Molyneux evidence can shed light on a defendant's state of mind and intent.
So you're really arguing that this was not overkill? I mean, there were certain items in the Sandoval that I thought, okay, that's fair game. If you, after being fired, ask an employee at the company to take computers and delete stuff, that's fair game. But some of this other stuff, let's inflame the jury's heart by telling them that he beat up his brother during a meeting. I don't see how there is a balance there on that.
Well, threatening behavior,
what we
again,
got
goes
going
directly
on,
to
man?
demonstrating his ability to put his own self-interest at the expense of others, and that goes to the heart of honesty and integrity. The fact that there were many of these acts only indicated how defendant chose to live his life.
Yes, and counsel, you know what? There are trials every day where we have defendants who have a rap sheet a mile long. A mile long. They'll have 20 felony convictions on their rap sheet. And I see no judge say, go ahead, go to town on all of them, because they don't let you go into the facts. They usually just let one or two in. I mean, there is a balance.
But looking at what was let in relation to its impact on whether the jury could otherwise decide the case, not based on the fact that this is just a horrible person. That's really the balance, not what was let out.
That's correct, and perhaps if this involved a case that had 100 or 150 allegations, it would present a different scenario.
38 non-convicted, and they're not convictions, not one of them, acts. That's balance.
Well, as you point out, the fact that they're not convictions, that they're just bad acts, if anything, makes them less prejudicial. But the fact that there were so many is only indicative of how defendants.
When I woke up in the
Supreme Court gonna have a field day with this case.
If it gets to the Supreme Court, because the second Circuit Court of Appeals may shoot it down before you get there.
All these uncharged acts. Kells had about 6 or 7 Jane Does, but this nigga, he had about 45 witnesses. Progress, what you think about that, man?
Preach.
Hey, what you say, Big Vice?
What you think about that, Progress?
I mean, I don't get it, man. That man even said he ain't got no basement. But I feel like, I feel like he should have done that from the start.
He did.
Shit.
You forgot?
You got to be a man or a mouse, man. Yeah, take up for yourself.
No, he did. He did tell them that. You forgot? He did an interview. You forgot about the interview?
Which one?
With him and Gayle King. You forgot about that interview?
Oh yeah, nah, I forgot about that. No.
He said,
I'm talking about what that nigga said when he said, "Hey, my goddamn house in Atlanta ain't got no damn basement."
Exactly. So where the hell are they getting the damn basement from?
I'm trying to figure out. Shit.
You know,
they basically went in there and made up some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, here's another part about it. Forget the basement part. What happened to the women that was held hostages in the house in Atlanta when that house was broken into?
Exactly. My point. That's what I want to know. Let's speak on it.
Yeah, because
how do somebody rob your house and you got when you got hostages in there?
And I don't see not one female running around.
Damn.
I ain't see no chain in the house.
Hey, if I'm robbing the house,
no
If
bucket.
I'm robbing the house and come into a room, say, "Oh, hold the fuck on! There's some women chained up in here. Hold on."
I ain't see no basement. Where the basement at? I ain't see no basement.
That's gonna be a problem.
I saw a stairwell. I ain't see no basement.
I came in here to rob y'all, but damn, how long y'all been held hostage in here?
Hey, Big Vice, you would think the robber would have a heart. Like, all right, it's all on that here. Come on, man, shit.
Well, I'm gonna take all this shit since you chained up. I'm gonna leave you right here.
Don't he can't say I took nothing out of this motherfucker. Yeah, all the evidence go out there.
Look, Kells even showed the inside the house when the house got robbed. He said you don't see no damn basement in here. He even showed it. He showed himself in the mirror. He said, "Where the hell do you see a basement at?"
The
All
motherfuckers they was under the dirt.
all I saw was the all I saw was the laundry room. I saw the stairwell. I see the closet. I said, "What the damn basement? I don't see no basement."
And then my thing was old girl Shelton McGee. She been free for about goddamn about 5 years, I think. And she still like she just came out the basement on that interview. You saw it.
And then here come Lizette stupid ass. She talking about, oh,
Till
I
said,
was
no, you said it wrong. You said it
no,
wrong.
she came out. She had made a statement. She came out talking about, oh, I was paid to do this. I'm like, by who?
Man, they asked the ass a hard question. Till snatched the ass off that podium.
Till said, hell no. Till said, get your goddamn ass over here.
Snatched the ass right up. You see a shot ass then come in the courtroom. You saw that. Santi
McGee,
McGee.
y'all she did a lot, man. But you know,
She didn't show her. No, I'm talking about she didn't show up in that courtroom. You see, she didn't do that.
But my thing is though, man. It's like everybody around you a thief. Like damn. Like everybody around you stealing some shit. Trying to steal shit you got.
And then she came out. And then she came out and said, "Oh, R. Kelly deserve an appeal."
Man.
Oh, now he deserve an appeal all of a sudden.
Right. I wouldn't trust that nigga around my Febreze spray.
Oh, let go to Mister. We got this, and we got that. We got the story. Let me go find this clown.
Do that.
This clown.
You talking about Gee? Larry?
Shit.
Big
Dang.
rat.
Big rat. Yep.
Big rat.
I wouldn't even let that nigga come goddamn go. He gonna tell some shit. Well, that nigga come hang around me, bro. He got to stay where he at.
Nah, he ain't coming on this. He ain't coming
I
on
hope
this
he ain't got no
page.
friends.
Hey, look. Hey, Jay, watch this. Hey, J-Rock. Hey, J-Rock.
Yeah.
That nigga talking about Jordan coming home too.
Oh, I saw that. I
said Jordan coming home too. Boy, I was dying laughing in the background, bro.
Let's let this fool, bro.
I was laughing my ass off, bro.
What it do? It's your boy Big Bob bringing back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Bob is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro.
We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off. We kept that shit going. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. We got assistants. We got friends.
Who could the police officer have been?
Exactly.
Angelo.
We got stories. We got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Asriel at my house. You have seen parents at my house. They talk on his.
Oh, so Israel was staying with you.
The information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off. We kept that shit going. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. We got assistants. We got friends. We got a lot. We got the stories. We got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Asriel at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
Pause that right there, Vi. Oh, so Israel was staying with you.
Hold on.
That's crazy.
real simple questions and I want some real simple answers.
What the hell?
Let me get this right. You bought the bottle of beer about 11:15. I bought the beer and I accidentally dropped it. You bought the bottle of beer at 11:15. At 11, yeah, at 11:15. Yeah, 11:15. And that was the bottle cleaned up. Why did we find it still there, spilled on the floor after the shoot? After we was leaving, after I left, other people was coming in. When we was leaving. But you don't remember what they. But they look. But you bought the bottle of beer, definitely.
I believe in transparency. I believe that he should know who stole his emails, who sent them. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe that it should be transparent. Hey.
The rat say he believe it should be transparent.
Man.
After he done did all this bullshit.
Well, I be damned.
So Israel was staying with him all that damn time.
That's witness tampering.
No, he just said it. Israel was staying with him the whole time.
Yeah, but that's still, but that would be considered witness tampering, though.
Right. My thing is like you don't even know this man from a can of paint. Why is you fucking with this man? Case, anything. What did they got to do with you?
You kept asking, why are you fucking with this man? You don't even know him.
Exactly.
Right, but then you try to goddamn act like you want to throw another motherfucker up on the bus. And you the dirtiest motherfucker of them all.
And then she came out. And did an interview talking about, oh, he controlled us. He did this. He told us how to talk, how to dress. I'm like, what?
But see, now Aaron, you talking too fast. You gotta understand. All that shit was purposeful, man. You gotta go back to Don Russell saying to Tim, look, Tim, you need to come out and speak. We got those girls ready to talk. They ready to come out. That's why she went on Gayle King and made that statement that they were being coached before the interview.
No, I'm talking about the one. I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about the last interview. The last interview she did by herself. I ain't talking about that one.
But I'm telling you why she's speaking about being coached. Because this fucking fool, Don Russell, said that they had been coaching their ass to come out and get ready to speak. But I say, why would R. Kelly fucking coach them on how to conduct the interview when he got on Gayle King and goddamn it, he wasn't ready for his own interview. I mean, not saying it in a bad way.
Right.
Yeah, but like he talked them real good. Fuck what he got to say.
And I'm gonna say this right here. Then here go Gayle King. They say he was standing in the background, making so they didn't say nothing that they weren't supposed to. Huh?
Talking about he cough every time they say something.
Hey, look, I don't mean no harm, man, but I can't believe nothing nobody say. They say they ate their own feces. I can't do.
No. But
she
then I'm
did
saying,
that.
Ashanti McGee, Larry McGee, what's up with all these comparisons, man?
Here's something I don't get.
That shit make you sick. You'll die.
Now, here's something I don't get. Now,
let's talk about it, J-Rock.
Now, maybe I can clear this up for me. Gayle King up there talking about when she was on when she was on set, talking about that R. Kelly was coughing, to let them know he was around during the interview. If he was coughing loud and whatnot, Why didn't the audio equipment pick him up coughing?
Exactly. My point.
Y'all
Good,
got
good
all
point.
that. Y'all got all that state of the art equipment.
Good
Y'all saw,
point.
y'all saw everything with him going on, but you couldn't. But you couldn't hear him. But you couldn't pick him up coughing.
Not one cough. You ain't hear nothing.
Man, they full of narratives, bro.
hmm I ain't hear not one cough when they did that interview. Not one cough.
Nope. But see here. But see what kills me about it. You can either have the truth or you can have a narrative. You can't have
Mhm.
both.
But you know how they Gail King and Oprah shit work. That you know how they go.
Oh yeah, I already know. Oh yeah, okra and kale. Yeah, yeah. I know how they get out.
Oh, and you got no, you got to know, they're gonna narrate the hell out of the interview. They're gonna put certain stuff in certain spot, make it sound like this, make it look like this way.
hmm I would have just told her no. I ain't doing the interview. I don't trust you. I would
And
have told her
see,
that. I would have told her in the same words. Nope.
and seeing the thing with Gail King that I told people a long time ago. It was all R. Kelly was already targeted a long time ago because of the fact that CBS they gave a $20 million donation to the Me Too movement about
Right.
5 months before they interviewed R. Kelly. So R.
Right.
Kelly was already a target even before the interview happened because they already dispersed funds to the Me Too movement because of I think what Les Moonves.
Preach.
So
Right.
they
They said
all
we're gonna get this nigga.
so they were already in bed with it anyway.
Well.
He ain't motherfucking like she say, Elton John contacted her before she did the fucking interview with R. Kelly, and everybody know the history between them.
Preach on the big bro.
How did he know she was doing an interview with R.
Right.
Right, right. And then if you really look at it, if you want to take it another deeper level, the the picture that was floating around that's
Mm-hmm.
out there with Gail King,
Mm-hmm.
Oprah
Mm-hmm.
aboard David Geffen's yacht.
Right.
David Geffen, who had a long-standing beef with Michael Jackson
Hmm.
for a long time,
Let's talk about
and we all know Oprah had interviewed Mike.
it. Hmm.
You know how that interview didn't go too well for Oprah.
Hmm.
Silly.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mike kind of saw through her bullshit anyway.
Hmm. Who wouldn't?
And and then Gail King just so happens to get tagged with the interview with R. Kelly.
Mm.
So Oprah gets an interview with the King of Pop,
Mm-hmm.
otherwise known as greatest entertainer who ever lived. And
Mm-hmm.
Gail King gets an interview with R. Kelly, the King of R&B, who just
Hmm.
so happens to be the greatest singer-songwriter of the modern
Let's
era.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
And they were the only two black people on that yacht. Yet though they were the two ones that was they were the two black folks that was tagged and taken out two of the most powerful black men, or you can say men period, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to the music game.
Right. And so all this shit, I
Damn, I
didn't.
ain't never thought about it like that.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
And so I didn't say this shit.
oh yeah.
Plenty of,
Progress. If you get a chance, I'm sorry, Aaron, but progress. If you get a chance, Google the picture. Google Oprah, Gail, and David Geffen. You'll see the picture.
and
Of
then
them
I'm gonna
on
say
the
this. And then I'm gonna say this. They need to take that damn Joy picture down with her and their baby. They need to take that shit down ASAP. That shit needs to come down off the internet.
You Googled it, you seen it.
I just want to know
Why?
whose baby that is.
Exactly. Me too.
Man, these niggas can put your head on a damn. Look, I'm just a black as hell with dreadlock. They put my head on a white man rolling down the street in a motorcycle.
I want to know
put
who
on
baby that
TikToks and shit.
is. No, I want to know who baby that is. That's who I want.
It don't matter, man. It ain't R. Kelly, baby. So shit, it don't matter, man.
And man, that's what I'm saying, man. That's a toddler. Dude, he don't drug Aaliyah up out the grave, came out his jail cell, we didn't knock her ass up.
Yeah.
They had a whole goddamn baby.
And then you got Javante Cunningham
That's
talking about
face.
She witnessed R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah on the tour bus.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. What tour were you
Shout
on,
out
Javante?
to Miss Jennings for the super sticker, man. Shout out
Facts.
to Miss Jennings for the super sticker. Very much
That's what
appreciated. Very much appreciated.
That's what I want to know. What tour was she on for her to see that?
Right. Because because if you look at it, during that whole time they talk about it was on the tour bus, we were on the tour because R. Kelly's the only tour R. Kelly would have been on around that time would have been Gerald Levert's Private Line tour, which would have been the spring of '92.
Right.
This album came out January of '92. Gerald's album came out October of '91. So he also usually back then you need about a five month window after the album release to kind of determine if you want to be able to have a tour or not.
Right.
Which means that gives you enough time to see if you're going to have about maybe about one successful single, maybe two, depending on the time frame or when the songs come out.
Right.
Which allows you to get that enough time to generate enough buzz for a possible tour. So when Gerald got that tour jumped off, you needed somebody else on the tour. R. Kelly was a perfect person to have because his album just dropped in October. He had a couple singles that was hot. It made sense. Because R. Kelly didn't have a tour that he headlined at that point. He was on Gerald's tour, which would have been Aaliyah would have been only 13 at that point. So you mean to tell me Aaliyah was on tour with R. Kelly at Gerald Levert's tour? And keep in mind,
she was in the video shoot. She was in the video shoot that came out after she died. According to Javante Cunningham.
And Javante Cunningham, how would that even be possible? Because she jumped up there talking about and then she jumped up saying that there's a sex tape with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. If there's a sex tape with Aaliyah and R. Kelly together, you don't think that shit would have been leaked out a long time ago?
Yeah. Somebody got paid big money for that.
You know why the sex tape narrative came out? Because they couldn't prove the marriage certificate. Now they moved from the marriage certificate to the sex tape narrative. So you mean to tell me this man instead of breaking these laws, and he just got a basket of tapes just sitting in his room, just in the open. He walking around with a book bag full of tapes. You know, he walking around with child pornography. He just got it all over his house, child pornography everywhere.
A sex tape they can't even find.
Like why? I mean, my thing is like why? I don't think he recorded that shit like that. I don't think he recorded that shit like that, man.
They keep saying he did it privately. He didn't do it like out in the open. They talking about he did it privately.
And they took him. They took the fact that he was trying to get the tapes back with his wife on him, and try to make it seem like he was trying to buy back child pornography. But that still don't give this B.O.P. officer a reason to access his jail records 153 times over a 6-month time period. J-Rock will give you. J-Rock say if you look at it, that means she accessed his jail records every goddamn business day that she worked.
That's a crime. You can't do that.
Yeah, because if you take out the weekends and the holidays, she accessed his records every day for 6 months.
She's been there.
Now let's talk about Drill. Let's talk about her stupid ass. Let's talk about.
Hey, hold on. How you come on here taking over talking about what we gonna talk about? We gotta hold your hot ass on, Reverend.
Hey, Big Bad, whose show this is?
Big Foul opinion, man. But it's for the people though. It's for the people. But damn, I didn't know I had a hype man. That was crazy.
Man, go ahead with that
Nah,
shit, man.
Aaron know you my boy. Aaron know you my boy.
Yeah,
You can't get off of the goddamn B.O.P. Officer A, man. And Tasha K.
Yeah,
boy.
especially how
Aaron
scared.
finna say shit. Let's talk about Drea, man. We don't want to talk about Drea, man.
I
That's a
ain't gonna call it.
non-factor.
That
I
old
ain't
ass still flexible, boy.
Yo,
That's what Aaron
progress,
been
you
looking at.
stupid.
Huh?
Aaron been looking at them
I ain't.
videos. What up, D? What up,
I ain't
D?
looking at the video, boy.
What
I'm
up,
playing
what
with
up,
you.
what up, what up, Bob? What up, J Rock? What up,
Aaron, you can't
progress?
tell me you
What
ain't
up,
been
Peace.
D?
looking at them videos.
Boy, I ain't watching
I was
nothing.
looking at one video. I ain't gonna lie.
Boy,
I seen one
boy, the
video
lady.
she was doing, and this woman had her ass shaking so fast. I said, "What the?" I said, "Oh, I
Boy,
can't. No, I
That
can't put them
motherfucker, boy,
babies in
drill
her."
tough now.
boy,
Okay, shit.
that lady old enough to be my
That
mama.
nigga
Boy,
had 3
I
kids
look
by
like
that
looking at
motherfucker.
that.
Hey, I had to put a bag over her face or in the dark, but
Boy, that lady old enough. Boy, that lady old
Hey,
enough to be my mama. What I look like looking at that?
hey, Big Back. Kale had 3 on by her now. She doing something right.
you say she old enough to be your mama. Boy, the
Yeah,
older
man,
the
like,
better
what
the
the hell I look
shit.
like? Shit, what the
Shit.
hell I look like looking at that?
Yo,
Hey,
I think,
the
yo, I ain't gonna
Cougars
lie.
where is that, man?
I'm telling you, I think Kel's only rock with that. I ain't gonna front. Drea probably had some fire ass pussy back then. Some fire ass
Fire.
shit. I'm
That
telling
shit
you.
probably
Hey,
fire now.
Drea had to have
y'all
some
going too
fire.
far, man. Y'all going this ain't funny tonight, man.
I'm
Please,
telling you, bro.
I bet that
That's
Jesus,
the
shit
stay.
fuck
only
up.
reason.
Change.
That's the yo. You gotta sit, bro. You
Hey,
gotta sit there
but
and
you
you gotta make
seen that she
logic
put
of it.
up,
You,
she put her legs behind her head, both of them like a
Yeah.
pretzel, man.
Damn.
I said, yeah.
What, boy?
I said, yeah.
yo,
Hey, yo, son. You gotta think
Hey,
about
that
it.
had
That nigga
Kevin head
had 3
fucked. Hey,
kids
move
by
your
that
body like
goddamn
a
lady
snake.
now.
Yeah, so
Move your body like a snake. That was the lizard we were talking about.
so
Ain't lying. He had to
get
be.
down.
Yeah.
so herein lies the question: how in the hell can he? How can he hog tie your ass when you a borderline contortionist to begin with?
She
For
probably said,
real.
hog tie me, baby. Kale said, how can I
But
hog tie
if you
somebody?
go
I'm
to
not
the
hog
court,
tie
But
nobody.
hey,
J
according
Rock,
to the
she
transcript,
just remember she just got up out the hog tie and ran away.
yeah. Hey, but check this out though. According to the transcript, she was the goddamn abuser. She the one who was abusing the women. According to their testimony.
Right.
And the whole time the whole world thinking that she the one that left Kels. It was Kels that left her the whole time.
Yeah, she filed. Yeah. R. Kelly filed for divorce.
But my thing is, though, how can you get locked up in the car? In the inside?
Then watch
You
this.
gotta
I'm
be the
gonna
stupid. Nah,
pick
he
up
got
right
to be
there.
the
I'm gonna pick up
stupidest
right there.
motherfucker. He got to be the stupidest person in this world. And
I'm,
you got to
I'm
be the
and I,
extra dummy to bleed that shit. How can you
and
get? How can somebody lock you up in a car?
and now I'm
Child
gonna pick
likes
it up.
hell,
I'm gonna
man.
pick it up right. I'm gonna pick it up right there. And how was he able to? And how was he able to put his knee in your back?
God damn.
You say it. This is what you say verbatim. You say he put his knee on my back.
Facts.
Knee on the back.
How?
How in the hell you get locked up in the car? Somebody answer that.
Them child locks
Yo,
hell.
New York.
The doors
Answer that.
unlocked from it.
Yo,
When the
not for nothing.
doors
When
unlocked from the inside, then you only got child safety on the back door.
Man, you
not the
still
front
unlock a
door.
lock in that motherfucker, man. You cannot get locked in the inside of a car. You can't get out.
Now
You got to be extra slow.
Yo, still to this day, when Kel said, I don't know how to hog tie, I felt him because I really feel he do not know how to hog tie nobody.
Yeah, and I want to know where the hell she got that from.
I was like, yo, you know how trained and skilled you have to be to hog tie somebody?
Exactly. Like,
And
Yeah, that
you
bitch
know
is
funny shit.
bald.
I said exactly like this. If I hog tie, no, this way. If I hog tie Big Vi right now, the correct way, he will be there for the
yo,
rest of his life. Hog tie.
Hey,
yo,
I
I'm
pause.
want
just
to
saying.
know.
I'm just
I
saying.
want to know.
Yo,
I want to know
pause.
who the fuck. I want to know who the hell was throwing them buckets, them piss ass shit buckets away.
Right. My point exactly. Give me
Who
that.
would
Give me
throw
that.
them nasty ass buckets away and shit?
Give me
But
that
hold up.
question.
Y'all didn't peep. Y'all didn't peep in 2018. They really try to You don't remember when the picture came out? Somebody was in the studio and they had like they showed a pea cup. It was supposed R. Kelly had left the studio and it was a pea cup. There was like a container with pee in it. Y'all didn't see that shit?
I
I
saw
was
it.
just I was just in my head like, yo, like you could
See,
tell that
motherfuckers on
could.
the
I was
internet
like, you could
cruel,
tell.
man.
I was like, you could.
They probably some beer, some liquor. No telling what they were.
I told y'all what they did. They took Ariel Castro's story from the Cleveland, Ohio kidnapping, where that man kidnapped them girls for over 10 years, had
Right.
them chained up, handcuffed, through
Mm-hmm.
walls and radiators. They took
Right.
that Cleveland, Ohio story, that Cleveland, Ohio narrative, and they attached it to this shit with R. Kelly to make
Mm-hmm.
people feel some type of way.
Right.
Hey, everybody, everybody. I know what you're talking about. Said, oh, the black man said he walking down the street, right? He
Yeah.
said a white girl came on him. He said a white girl came on him. He said a white girl grabbed him by his waist. He said, "Oh Lord, this is a white girl. I'll just go get me a cheeseburger."
He
I
say,
said,
I
"Damn."
knew something was wrong when a white
When a
girl
white
ran to a
girl came
black
and hugged
man.
me,
Dead giveaway.
he said, "I was on my way to McDonald's." I said,
Yeah.
"Damn,
But
that
that's
was
what
some
they
nasty
did.
shit."
They took
That
that
shit was
Cleveland.
real though.
They took that storyline and ran it against R. Kelly, man, and played on the people feelings and shit because they knew that people was gonna imagine that Cleveland, Ohio shit after seeing the conditions that man had those women living in. And that's what they did. They never showed a picture of a chain, a handcuff, shit, piss, women that were pregnant, none of that.
Right. And then
But
they
why would
say
I,
say,
with my way back messed up past, hold some women hostage for less? They want to go down the street to their uncle house to get some shoes. Come on,
motherfucker
man.
shoot.
Are you serious?
Yo, I feel like honestly, I feel like I feel like that man is fucking locked up for nothing.
And here you go. How can I pay child support? How?
Exactly.
Everybody make
But
mistakes,
see
but
see with
they
see
ain't get
with
him
that
no fair chance.
with that child support shit, I don't like the way they did that child support shit because due to the fact it's like, all right, I said, yo, let people. I was like, people gotta sit there and make logic of it. He's paying $30,000 for all three kids a month. You gotta sit there and look at it. When they came back, he only owed what you call it, like he owed what he owed like what
160,
130,
120.
160, 160.
It was
That's only like five. If you really for him, that's only him being backed up 4 or 5 months of child support. Y'all making it seem like this man went like 40
wasn't
years not
paying.
paying child. Like you get what I'm saying? I'm
Nah,
just like, yo, bro.
He was paying it until they muted his show.
Exactly. I'm
I
like,
don't
yo,
get that.
but they were
So
trying. They
my
they try.
question to Dre is this: what did they promise you to actually go ahead and go along with this? Because because you're not collecting the child support because he ain't doing shows. So so the question is, what were you promised?
Don't forget she went to. Don't forget she
And
went.
fuck up your kid legacy.
No, but don't forget she went to. She did go to child's court. She did do that.
Right.
I feel like Rob done wrote for he done wrote for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He got all these hits, he got all this. He could have easily been like for each one of his kids, like you take this puppy, you take this puppy, or you take this. I wrote on this, you take this. That man locked up, then they ain't got nothing.
And then they interviewed her when she was at the when she was coming out of child's court that day. She talking about, well, I just got money for me and my kids. She said, I don't give a damn about him. I'm like, wait, what? Huh? So I was just like, I was in shock when she said that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So you don't give a damn about your husband no more. I'm like, wow. So this is what it really is now.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like she should stood with him.
Yeah, the same woman who jumped up there and said on the episode, she said, "In the end, I lost my friend. And I hope one day I get my friend back."
Mm-hmm.
I feel they was setting them up then.
Oh, she ain't never getting that back ever.
No, she ain't gonna. No, she ain't gonna never get that back. Especially when what she did was you destroyed your your children's generational wealth. You destroyed black generational wealth for white pennies. That's what you did.
Damn, that shit was gangster right there.
She destroyed everything. She destroyed everything.
Yeah, you destroyed black generational wealth for white pennies.
She didn't want her kids to be richer than her.
And at all. At all.
But like I said though, I said, yo, Rob done wrote for a whole lot of people. He got money tied to anything. Like, say like we sit here right now, I'm on the internet and I Google life. When that movie come on, what's the song? Life. Yeah, he wrote that shit.
Yo.
Facts.
I hated that
Kels
movie.
wrote that shit.
Yo,
so you can't
root
that man. And somebody else singing something he wrote.
I hated that movie, yo.
Yo, and what people not even looking at is like, yo.
Well, why you like a jingling?
Like recently, like.
Boy, I was shot jingling, boy.
Yo, Kels, he generated like what? He generated like damn near what $1.5 million in residuals in like an easy 2-3 months. And mind you, if you sit there and look at that, he don't even own nowhere near like a crazy percentage of his music, and he was still able to break up 1.5 million in like 2-3 months worth of residuals. That goes to show you how much his catalog is really worth.
Man, if Kels hit the street right now, motherfucker going to that concert.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
Look,
nigga, I don't give a fuck if you don't like that nigga. Niggas going to that concert.
Nigga, believe me, I'm gonna be the first one in the doorway. Believe me.
Look, let me tell you something right now. R. Kelly's out right now.
Nah, you ain't gonna be the first one to go. Because the concert gonna be 30 plus.
I'm telling you. That shit.
Who ain't got man to go? You got your damn mind. You got your damn mind, boy. Yes, I am.
Right now.
I just had a birthday.
30 years old.
Yes, I am. I just had a birthday.
I'm telling you that shit. R. Kelly have a concert. Matter of fact, R. Kelly just coming home. That's gonna break the internet.
Nah, nigga. I'm saying something. If Redman and Mel was together back in the day, them niggas come out.
Everybody coming outside. Everybody coming outside.
No, I'm telling you right now. R. Kelly get out, and he has a concert going on. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's gonna be 30 and over. Yeah, it's gonna be 25 and over. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason why it's gonna be that high, and why it's gonna be because R&B has been on life support for over 5 years at least.
Dead. Chris Brown got it though.
Chris Brown do.
I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Rod locked up. The King got locked up. But Chris Brown, you can't front on him.
No. I'm not saying you got to front on Chris Brown, but what I'm saying is at the level of how R. Kelly's been doing it.
Right. It would be hard to beat Rod record, man.
But see, this is my thing, right?
Rod locked up, so we got to look to the next one.
Right. I'm just saying in regards to, but see, even with Chris hadn't really been able to breathe the new life into it like R. Kelly would right now if he's out.
Chris is more pop now.
Yeah, but Rod can say anything though.
Don't forget Usher now. Don't disrespect. Don't forget Usher. Don't do that.
Don't get who?
Usher. Don't do that. That's
You say
disrespect.
who?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
kicking your
yeah,
ass off
Usher.
this channel. Don't you ever say Usher again.
yeah.
I
Usher
hear you
can't
say
fuck with
the
Green.
same song with a you again. I'm kicking your ass off. This ain't no Usher platform. You better go let it burn somewhere else. You got me
I
fucked
think
up. I don't
them
even.
took all I agree, but I think Chris Brown going out there and going in the
No.
R&B sector.
Yo, I was watching this channel one time, right? They was doing like a R. Kelly versus with Usher. And
Mm-hmm.
yo, it was so crazy. They used a lot of Usher A sides and they
Mm-hmm.
used R. Kelly B sides, and R. Kelly still killed Usher with B side tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nah, that's how you
Mm-hmm.
know Kells is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and a lot of people say, well, Usher the new king. Now you can't be the new king if you didn't write your own shit.
Thank you,
Yeah,
J
and
Rock.
wrote
Thank you.
other people's shit.
At
Heard
all.
you heard Young Jock said it. Young Jock said it. He's like, yo,
Right.
he said, I don't know about all this Usher being a king, because he was like, yo, he said, we ain't gonna act like who ain't the real king. And I
Mm-hmm.
respect the Young Jock for that.
Right.
And
You only got it by default right now, because everybody
Mm-hmm.
know for 20 plus years, R. Kelly's the only R&B person to ever come on the track and say, yeah, I'm the motherfucking king, and everybody was looking like, damn, am I really gonna challenge him?
Mm-hmm.
they did. Hey! You got to think about it. They did Jay the same way.
Man, fuck Jada.
No. That's why I'm saying. Well, you got to think about it right now. You got to think about it right now. Ain't no nigga in that rap game fucking with Jay Z. Jay Z get
Well,
on the
how you
track
gonna say
right now. You
for Jay
automatic
Z? But you
goddamn.
just said
Nah, I'm saying
Jay
how
Z
they
just
came
said
up with the best of both worlds. Cause KL said he the king on R&B. Jay said he the king on rap. That's how they came together like that. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but keep in
no.
mind,
Jay Z got the best of both worlds by default. That was
right?
originally supposed to be
Because
Tupac
it's supposed to be
and
him
R.
and
Kelly.
Pac.
Facts. Or it would have been him and Big. It would have been him and Pac or him and Big if one of them was still alive.
So tell me right now, be honest, y'all. Tell me right now, who the motherfucker got there go king of that rap shit? It's Jay Z. Jay Z come out with a track right now, get
No,
on somebody's shit, it go
of course,
automatically go home.
progress. And you know I'm from Brooklyn. Like I love Hove with a case, man. We ain't disputing that. My thing with Hove is we gonna be real on a note. What separate Jay Z from everybody, and why everybody look at Jay Z as king, and why people scared to challenge him, is because of that money he got. Like that's what separates him from the rest. Don't get me wrong, Jay Z, he can't nobody. We ain't gonna say like niggas
But
could fuck with Hove on the track.
he got artists that was worth more than him.
I'm talking about lyricists.
I ain't gonna lie. Like on a lyricist level, he I
Kill him.
can't say too many people who's fucking with him. I can't.
Right.
I
With
can't.
Jay Z,
Yeah,
With
I can't.
Rob,
I can
Earl
name
Simmons.
three names.
who on that R&B
Earl
level
Thank,
can fuck
Simmons.
with Rob?
thank you. I was just getting ready to say that. Don't
Earl
What?
don't do
Simmons.
that. Don't do that.
Earl Simmons.
Can't
Talking about
nobody fuck with Rob on that motherfucker
talking
goddamn.
about Jay Z. Boy, boy, don't get me started.
Who?
DMX
DMX
was
ain't got
I,
more
I,
hits than
you know, I,
goddamn
hey,
Hove.
stop it.
I'm gonna tell you my favorite Hove
He
line.
raw. You know what I'm saying? But Hove, that nigga got too many hits, bro.
He
see,
said the corporate
see,
hate me when
see,
I
see, see,
talk like
see, see,
Kale and
see.
R. Kelly got too many hits. You can't fuck with them guys. The best of both
I'm
worlds.
an ex animal whole fan. So it's like, if somebody do say they feel X is better, I'm not mad at that. Like I really am not. Like, because at
But
that
X is unknown.
because even at that time, we
X
go
ain't
it,
have the backing that Hove had. if X had the backing that whole hand,
But
you would have
but you
saw
can't.
a
But
whole
but
different X.
Nah,
why you can't. You know why you can't say that? Because
Hov started from the gutter.
X was the bigger artist than Hov at that time.
Right.
Or the biggest artist win. Why X got?
2000.
Why did X become? Why did X become big? Because X
Hold
was
up.
the first artist that put out 2
Two
albums
plat.
in the
Thank you.
same year that went platinum.
His first year he was out. He put out 2 platinum albums in that first year. 9-8. What artist did that? Can't nobody say they did that. And we
Exactly.
and we
Hello.
not talking in a in this digital era. You talking about when you had to get up and get in your car to go buy albums.
Right.
Right.
But
Facts.
you got to feel you got to say though with Jay when goddamn whole first album hit, that bitch went platinum right then. We didn't know what platinum was back in them days.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
We didn't know what fuck platinum was. When that nigga came out, that mother represent president. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we knew what platinum was because hell because Pac had been doing it. But Pac been doing it at
In the
that point.
first artist to sell a platinum record, the first artist to sell a platinum record was Johnny Taylor. Go look it up. Blues singer.
oh shit, you went back.
Johnny Taylor. That nigga went all the way back.
He back.
That nigga went back with my goddamn my grandma was goddamn 2 step.
Boy, I wasn't even born yet.
God damn, what? The
That
first
nigga went back
platinum
to
album.
that nigga went back to Johnny Taylor. I wasn't even born in.
Damn, son. But
That's
look,
like what?
you gotta think about it though. You gotta think about it. I think that's why they came out with Best of Both Worlds. The Best of Both Worlds, man. 'Cause for real, on that R&B shit, won't nobody fucking with kills on that shit.
Hell no.
Hell, oh, and he had the rap shit, he had everything.
Uh-huh.
And on the other side, you had Jay. Jay was goddamn doing his shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, because remember when it was supposed to have been Pac and R. Kelly that was supposed to be doing that best of both worlds, which would have came out in the late 90s, really. If that best of both worlds would have came out in Pac and R. Kelly's heyday in the 90s, that would have been probably the biggest album of the decade.
Right.
Right.
If that shit would have dropped.
Facts.
When it was supposed to drop.
Mm-hmm.
And that album would have set off a chain reaction of a lot of
Right.
shit.
Right.
Because then you would have had Biggie would have been featured on at least one track on that album.
But Kel said it though. He said it. I think he was on the Arsenio Hall show. He said it. Arsenio asked him. He was like, "Yo, hey, Tupac supposed to be. Tupac was the one that supposed to be on the best word." And then he got up and started singing it. Shut up.
Yeah, because Pac said on "I Wish," he said he sung it in a way that Pac would have done a cadence as far as rapping. So "I Wish" actually was going to be a song that would have been on that best of both worlds.
And then you know another thing, you cannot mute that song, man. They play that song nationwide everywhere.
Oh,
I can believe it. Oh, I can believe I can fly.
Mm-mm. I listen to that. I listen to that like once. I listen to that song once a week.
Let me tell you though, that song Rod got, etc. That shit go hard. I forgot what album it was on. It was on the R one.
Yeah.
But the main song I listen to every day is "Shut Up" by R. Kelly. That's the main. I be laughing at that shit. He be saying that shit.
He talking
You
shit
don't
at
follow directions.
You say what about?
I say you don't follow directions though.
That nigga. No, bro. Shit,
nigga
that
about
shit,
that
that was one of
cooking,
my
man.
songs. Oh, that was my shit, boy. That was the song right there.
Well, not like I said though, whole shit told too though.
Mm-hmm.
And
Big
I
Val was
can't
talking
believe.
about Johnny Taylor having the first platinum album. Then there was a stretch, and then you're gonna throw Teddy Pendergrass name in it. Teddy Pendergrass had a run when he had 5 straight platinum albums.
Who Teddy? Damn.
Boy, y'all going back. Y'all going back when the nigga wasn't even born.
Yep.
Platinum been hitting way
Ted
before
Ross said,
now,
"Yep."
man.
Huh? What we
Platinum,
do about that?
all was all platinum back then.
No, play that. I'm about to get president to represent me by Jiggle.
Man,
That nigga tell his name 5 times.
that
Jay-Z,
back,
Jiggle,
I ain't gonna lie.
Ho.
That backyard party was one of them, though. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, that shit was tough.
That backyard party was one of them.
That's a song. That's an
Chaos
official.
changed the temperature of music, though. Chaos was able to change the temperature of music, like the direction of which way it went.
Yeah.
With his style of music, like niggas be
Yeah,
talking about fucking, and you talk about stepping, and you talk about clubbing. Chaos, he did it all.
Yeah, that nigga, he saw the hell out of that backyard party though.
And seeing the thing with R. Kelly is, and I brought this point up a lot. I said when 12 Play came out, 12 Play to this day, 12 Play changed the face and sound of R&B music for the next 20 years after it was released.
Facts.
It is still one of those albums,
right,
that totally changed how R&B was going to be played, how it was produced, how it was being listened to. Because you got artists like Toni Braxton talking about she wanted a song like Your Body's Calling. You hear R. Kelly's cadences on the 12 Play album on other people's songs. After that.
Right.
Listen to a lot of 90s R, especially like a lot of 90s R&B around 95, from 95 to about 2000. You're gonna hear somebody.
He should get paid for all that. He should get paid for every spit. He should get paid for everything.
I wasn't.
Say what you saying, J Rock. My bad.
Especially Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars stole 2 of his songs there.
Man, that nigga said Bruno.
with the please me, that shit was fire though. But, and you know what's the funny part is?
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what's the funny part is? That song was dropped a month before the Surviving R. Kelly shit came out. That's crazy. He lucky he dropped it just before that shit came out.
Hell, Raheem DeVaughn got a song called Temperatures Rising, which is an exact continuation of It Seems Like You're Ready.
Facts.
Damn.
I was just listening to Raheem DeVaughn too. Temperatures Rising, and I was listening to Customer Remix, J Rock.
Raheem DeVaughn, you can't tell me that Temperatures Rising is not like a part 2 of It Seems Like You're Ready.
That's like what's the song Avant stole from? He stole etc. from. Yeah.
That if you listen to that whole Private Room album, and I gotta give Dana credit.
He robbed him for that.
Credit because he said that
Well,
song.
you know, they said that R. Kelly a legitimate twin.
Kelly's album, really.
They say Avant for being his lookalike back in the day. Y'all remember that? It said Avant.
Avant tried to be so much like R. Kelly. It
didn't make no sense.
It was crazy.
You know him and Kells, they both got them beady ass eyes.
Yeah, that shit was crazy,
But
yo.
Avant got marketed when they brought him into the label. Avant thought he was gonna be signed to Black Round, and go on to be with Kells for the rest of his career. But Barry Hackett
Man, that nigga try to look like
with the
Kills,
record
bro.
label.
Nah, for real though. They did simulate each other though. I ain't
But
gonna lie to you.
I said, what the fuck is
we've
this?
been on here for quite some time, man. We finna get ready to wind it down, and I want to know what y'all opinion on this B.O.P. officer and why they protecting this person's identity and this corruption.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say something, Vi. Until motherfuckers make a huge public outcry about it, it's just gonna continue. They're gonna continue to try sweep it under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers gonna have to make a big public outcry about it, like, and they gonna probably feel like it have to have somebody notable backing that shit.
Right.
Right,
About you,
cause
J.
I feel like God daggone, if it can happen to this man, it can happen to all of us. And we sit right here looking at it.
Right.
Look, the reason why they protecting that officer is because everybody's complicit in this.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a part in it. All if you take a look at a lot of people that's involved in it, you got
Mm-hmm.
the B.O.P. officer, you got Tasha K, you got
Mm-hmm.
Angel Cruz, you got
Right.
the Savages, you got Gerald Griggs. Everybody, you got a lot of dirty people feeding from the same trough. Everybody's got a part, everybody's got a big part in all of this. And it always goes back to the one phrase that everybody says: follow the money.
Huh.
You follow the money. It's gonna tell you, it's gonna lead you exactly to everybody who's involved in this. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you cannot tell me for 1 minute that R. Kelly is not being used as an election tool and political pawn.
Right.
That's part of it. Why you think you got groups like the Me Too movement out here trying to change laws and other agendas? Because Bill Cosby was the big template. So once they thought that they could do the shit Bill Cosby, they now it's gonna be easy because R. Kelly is lower hanging fruit because it's him
Facts.
because the whole Aaliyah thing has already been floating out there already. So then
Right.
they said, well, now you got this documentary out here. You got everybody and their mom on this documentary lying, especially when you got somebody on part 3 jumping up there talking about she was on a video shoot in R. Kelly's 3rd album and the Players Only video featuring the game, and talking about
Mm-hmm.
after she did the video shoot, she ran into Aaliyah. How? That
Mm.
album came out 2005. Aaliyah was dead 2001. Aaliyah been dead 4 years. Unless your ass got a Ouija board in your
Preach.
back pocket or a fucking seance, you ain't
Preach on it.
hell you ran into Aaliyah.
Preach on it.
If we could see the lies, I don't know how the hell these folks can't see it.
Exactly. My point exactly.
As Kel said, y'all don't want to believe the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you.
This shit ridiculous.
People think that man was crazy in that interview. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, Gail and them chopped the shit out that interview. I
Did
want
he?
to see that. I want to see that full interview.
They thought he was gonna slap her for real. They really thought he was gonna slap her.
They really. I agree with you because they was trying to say, oh, the way he got up, he's this angry madman and all this. Like he don't like to be challenged by women. He was really mad. He's like, yo, bro. He know y'all chopping his interview. For one, he really didn't even want to do the shit, but he felt like his back was against the wall. Money was running low. Y'all offer him $1 million, $2 million to do the interview. He probably in his head like, fuck it, it's good money, and he still didn't even get to see none of that money.
But then it's a situation. it's a situation where it's damned if you do,
Baby
damned if you
powder
do.
stole that
But
money.
yeah,
Right.
it's a situation that's still damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because
Right.
if he was emotional in that one and he looked guilty. If he wasn't emotional, but he sat there and answered the questions in a timely and respectful manner, they'd have said, oh, he was coached. That was rehearsed.
Thank
He
you.
didn't show no remorse.
Thank you.
So, but I'm
Nah,
asking
you
you
gotta be
anyway.
a fucking man. And they, you a man, man. Yo, I've been suing motherfuckers left and right.
Oh, that's what that's I,
It been so many goddamn subpoenas out that motherfucker make no sense.
and that's what I'm hoping for when he get out. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm
The
hoping
fuck
for
they
a
gonna play
whole.
that man music and shit on TV shows and all that shit. Put
Uh-huh.
his whole face up there and everything. Like he like basically he don't own none of his shit. Basically,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for when he get out. A whole lot of damn lawsuits.
right?
I'm gonna tell you right now, the lawsuit that I think gonna happen, and a lot of people gonna be shocked if it goes down, is if R. Kelly decides to sue the NAACP.
Uh-huh.
Which he
Right.
should.
Which he
Why that? Break it down.
right.
Break it down. Though. I want to hear this.
Yeah, break that down.
Here's why: because the NAACP, they have been known as a civil rights organization for a long time, and the civil rights organization is supposed to be able to investigate and combat injustice. This was one of the most blatant injustices that you've ever seen in our lifetime. Plus, if you really want to get deep with it, there's a certain guy who was an attorney who actually represents a guy by the name of Tim Savage, who happens to be a guy by the name of Gerald Griggs, who happens to be president of the Atlanta branch of the NAACP.
Damn.
Who also who went to a church that was Jamal Bryant's church with Timothy Savage, and then went on to proceed how they said that they would proceed to change the narrative around this individual. If it's the truth, why you have to change the narrative?
Facts.
You have to
Right.
change any kind of story if it's the truth. So and no telling how many people that might have been inside the NAACP might have actually wanted to look into this situation with R. Kelly and maybe want to see if there was actually some injustice involved, and how many people did Gerald Griggs probably had talked people out of actually looking into it, talking about he already did X, Y, and Z. I already looked into it. Don't help him. So Gerald Griggs himself might have deterred some people from the inside the NAACP to even look
Right.
into it.
You right. But me personally, lifetime
Because he used
ass
this
is on
case
the
for this
platter.
chair.
Right. He also used this case as a possible stepping stone to become president of the NAACP overall. So
Hey,
yeah,
look,
there's that.
y'all took those. Y'all took those every year. Every year they come out with surviving something, surviving Kelly Part 4. They come out one every year.
Yeah, this one, but the last one that they did last week is supposed to be the last one.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna see.
Yo,
2024
Oh
could
yeah.
come in.
Oh,
yo,
oh
yo,
yeah.
yo,
Oh yeah.
yo,
They said the final chapter, so they ain't got nothing left.
Yep. Right.
and it flopped.
Horribly.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So now when R. Kelly gets out and starts telling his side of the story,
Uh-huh.
now a whole lot of questions going to have to be asked.
Yep.
And I'll also bring up this one point where, like I mentioned, going back to the NAACP lawsuit potentially. I said this. I said, if he files a lawsuit against the NAACP, you know what the next step going to be?
What's that?
The Congressional Black Caucus is then going to want to have a special hearing.
Uh-huh.
And then they're going to want to talk to R. Kelly. And then if that's the
Right.
case, I'm not going to lie. I'll be 50-50. I'm not sure if I would really want to go. Why? Because you had all this time to talk to me.
Uh-huh.
Now all of a sudden, I filed a lawsuit against the NAACP. Now you
Uh-huh.
mad? Now you want to play the Jodeci role, talk about come and talk to me.
Right.
Facts.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk, motherfucker.
Let's talk
I had to
about it.
fall out of the
Shoot.
bushes on my own track. J Rock said,
Let's talk about
J Rock, boy, J Rock be having no boy. Hell
it.
no.
Let's talk about it though.
J Rock say gonna play the Jewish role. Come and talk to me. Man, we ain't finna be talking about it. We shutting down.
Come on, man. You going to sleep?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Just
man.
what I said.
I had enough of it. I done had a rough day today. Yesterday.
But you know what? I done said my piece. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down.
I had a rough yesterday.
I appreciate everybody in the chat. Vi, I'm gonna be praying for you, man. The situation, everything that you went through, bro. I think that's just foul as hell.
Yeah.
Everybody in the
I
chat.
appreciate y'all.
Progress.
All right,
Dean.
Yes, sir.
Aaron under a new name who just happened to pop up. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Love you,
Y'all
Jay.
be good.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Big Boy, love you, bro. I'm out.
Already, man. Love you too. Damn, I ain't see you. Damn, your girlfriend came on here to holler at you, Aaron. Damn, creepy T, Tamika. I didn't know you was back there. Tamika. She must have went to sleep back there. But yeah, man, I appreciate each and every one of you all for coming over. I'm gonna be posting these. I will be posting these documents over on Twitter. Let me show you. I will be posting these documents over on Twitter. I will be posting this document. I will be posting this document over on Twitter. I will be posting this document over on Twitter. And we need to be asking questions about the current regime established a double standard in which people in custody, including pretrial detainees who have not yet been convicted of any crime, are not afforded the same Sixth Amendment protection enjoyed by the rest of society. We need to be questioning that. And I will be sharing this as well over on Twitter. The B.O.P prisoners required to sign away privileges and emails. And I'm focusing on this bottom paragraph where it says the B.O.P also reserved the right to share emails in criminal, civil, and regulatory law enforcement agencies, the media, in the court, presiding over any proceeding to which the emails are relevant. I will be sharing these two documents over on Twitter, and we need to get these emails out, and we need to highlight these certain questions. This bottom piece about the B.O.P reserve all the rights, and on the other documents, we need to be highlighting about the if you haven't been convicted of a crime, your rights, your Sixth Amendment right. You don't have the same, you're not afforded the same Sixth Amendment right as other people. We need to highlight those two things. So make sure you get it, make sure you share it, make sure you highlight those two questions that we have. Also, Kels, trust me, I'm not having a mental meltdown at all. And yes, thank God you are absolutely wrong. I just want my truth out there just in case. That's all. That's it. So I don't need to settle down, little bro. You know why? because I have God giving truth on my side. Love you, bro. We got this. Message from Kales. Kale say he has the God-given truth on his side. Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? Oh yeah, we coming for this B.O.P officer. We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure out about why they are protecting this B.O.P officer. But until next time, y'all be blessed. Y'all have a blessed day. Or the blessed rest of y'all night. Happy MLK Day. Y'all be great.